All right, guys, hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the tournament. It is going to be a single faction tournament, and I'm going to be playing the Chaos Dwarves because they've been my favorite to play lately. I've been having an absolute blast. We're going to see if we can get a couple wins. You know, obviously against the super top tier meta, Chaos Dwarves probably will struggle against factions like good Empire players, good Kislev players. But essentially against some of the other meta, maybe they'll be able to hang, and also it depends on the map, right? So we'll get it going. All right, so tournament's going to be starting in about 2 minutes. Pretty good signups for a short notice event, that's for darn sure. I think we have over 30 players signed up here, and we're going to be seeing what's going down. Yes, yes. Welcome. So yeah, overall, before we start, let's see. So as far as like matchups go, against Beastmen, I think it's fine-ish. Chaos Demons, it depends. We did limit Soul Grinders of each today because they're really broken. Players can still bring one, but we're not letting them bring two. Just very similar to what we've done with the land ship and a couple other things. Yeah, the matchups we really don't want to play, though. Probably good top-tier Empire players would stop Chaos Dwarves with the new Huckle and Long Rifles and some of the other tools they have. I don't really know about... People aren't really playing Lizards too much. They've kind of fallen off a little bit. Not because they're, like, way worse, but just because there's more powerful factions to choose now, which I think people gravitate towards. Bretonia, I think, is doable for sure. You're a good artillery, and Bull Centaur Renders can do okay there. Pone's gonna win today, huh? Is it the time for you to rise? I think I saw you sign up with Vampire Counts. Are we going to have our dreaded, fated duel, Vampire Counts versus Chowie? That would give me an opportunity to bring the Kadai Destroyer once and for all. As far as prize pools for the like standard tournaments go, how it works is, let me show you real quick. As you win tournaments, you climb the leaderboard on TotalTavern.com. And when you do that, you qualify for the season finals, which is where I put the prize pool. So... yeah, there are prize pools at the end of the line for these tournaments, but not for like the individual ones like this. There used to be, but yeah, I found that it kind of, there was a handful of players who were kind of a little bit shady and often, you know, suspected of cheating, and they've kind of disappeared since we changed the format. So that's part of the reason why. Yes, yes. Chaos Dwarves. Pone is playing Vampire Counts, I think. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so let's go to the tournament here. Let's get it started. Good luck, have fun. And it is time for the Chowie. Will the Chaos Dwarves go 50-50 today? That's my goal. I want to get 2 wins. If we can do better, I'll be very, very happy. All right. A lot of top-tier players here playing today. It got really sweaty really, really quick. All right, so let's generate the bracket, see who we're playing here, and hope it's not Kislev. Kislev is probably the worst matchup for Chowie, I feel. I feel that one's really hard. All right. Oh my god, we're playing a guy. Oh, that's funny. We're playing an Age of Empires player who is just getting into the game, so that should be pretty fun. They could be really good for all I know. Hell, I have no idea. I think they're playing Khorne, so all right. So let me tag the goblins here. The tournament is now live. Good luck, have fun to everybody, and there we are. So goblins, tourney is live. You got 45 minutes. All right. So let me find my opponent here. I think it's like I'm excited to see him playing Total War. That's really fun. Yeah, that's really hyped. And I think he's maining Khorne, which is certainly very frightening. Khorne's doing really well. Bloodletters, I believe, got a leadership increase, so their like core infantry have gotten way more efficient. All right, so what's the map going to be? Let's find out. It is going to be on Crystal Lake. I'm trying to remember what this one looks like. All right, so he's playing the Khorne Dogs. All right. Crystal Lake. What does this map look like again? I think it's fairly open. I don't think it's too crazy. Will we ever see the Kraken Lord return? Are you talking about Vampire Coast, or are you talking about Anticity, who used to play Vampire Coast? I don't think he'll come back to Total War. It'd be cool if he did, for sure. He's a fun player to watch. But yeah, I don't know. That would be neat. Keep up the great work as always. If you were to play a 1v1 domination match finale, which opponent on which faction would you fear the most? Ooh, that's a good question. Oh man, I don't know. That's a really tough one. Like right in this very moment, or like 2 months ago? Give me some more qualifiers for that. Yeah. All right, so we're playing Khorne. I did play this matchup last night, actually. It was quite a bit of fun. So we're going to see what we can do here. And let's go ahead and get this. Yes, the Foul Chowie Rise. It's an army I really want to start in tabletop. I think they're really cool. Okay, so we're going to do that. Do this, and we're all good. All right. Let's see here. Why did Anticity quit the game? People burn out, you know. Like, it's people come and go. Like, if you look at, there are some players that have been pretty consistent over the course of, you know, 2 or 3 games, but a lot of times, you know, people do burn out and just need to move on and do other stuff. Okay, so we'll get you guys. I think that's going to be good. Aside from that, for our main core here, going 2 of those would probably be a little bit expensive. All hail the Rotfather. We're playing Chaos Dwarfs today. Yeah, I wasn't going to play Nurgle, but I saw a lot of people sign up with Nurgle, so I was like, okay, let's do something different. Try and avoid mirror matches. Plus, I really, really like underdog factions, and that's certainly what Chaos Dwarves are right now. They're a little bit underdog, which is fun. Which is good. Exactly how I like it. 3, 4. Okay. And yeah, so I suspect there's going to be some big scary monsters, perhaps. I know that the khorne can do that. Sometimes they'll bring like minotaurs and various pieces like that, which can be very, very scary. So we got to put some respect on their name. And aside from this, we can get some of the sneaky gets, maybe just some basic cutthroats. Not bad for a little bit of capture weight. And oh, that's right, we almost forgot one of the most essential parts of the build. All right, so let's get you guys, upgrade this, and he can go here. And all right, I think the build is all right out of the gates. It's got some teeth. It's got a little punch, packs a little oomph. As far as trains go against khorne, they're not bad. I think there's better options for sure. I think just like going bull centaurs is typically going to be better. Pone says, I of course opening with the dreaded Count versus Nurgle match. Hey, it's a good thing, Pone, you beat me on that the other day. He beat my, I got the replay coming soon. Which factions do you suggest for a noob? Okay, so it depends on, I always recommend people to pick a faction that they love the aesthetic of, right? For me, like the aesthetic and playstyle, more so than a faction being like really strong or like beginner friendly, and just develop with it, Like I really like the way the Empire plays. I really like the way the Chaos Dwarves play and their aesthetic of those factions. That's a pretty big one. All right. Anyways, I should probably focus on getting the build done here. Aside from that, we can get some. Of these. Some sneaky is always good. A little sneaky razzle dazzle to surprise our opponents. And of course, we can't leave home without these units. These units are awesome. So we'll get a couple of these. Fireglaves are kind of cool in this matchup. They got some applications, but overall, not the strongest. All right, so those guys are heavy metal. Let's get this, and let's get this. And I think that should be adequate. Yeah, I think we got our bases covered here. All right, so let's put some chevrons down just to, spend the remainder of our money, and good luck, have fun to our opponent. Let's see what he's saying in chat. Really happy to see you in Total War. Khorne's just chatting with my opponent. Yeah, so this guy's, he's a really, really high level H player. So what I'm expecting from him is like really good micro. We're gonna see what his army composition is like though. That's the big question. Empire, like, yeah, they've been mid for the longest time, but being middle is a good thing, You want your factions to be mid-tier. You don't want your factions to be like god-tier punishers. It always feels kind of bad when that's the case. We were robbed of Nurgle. There will be a Nurgle one, guys. There's going to be a lot of SFTs. We're going to have a ton of these. I think there's legitimately another one going tomorrow. We have one on Saturday, and I'll be playing in and casting at a bunch of them because, man, I'm having a lot of fun playing right now. CA just needs to come out with a quick patch. They need to do something fast. If they can come in, fix land ships, fix Elspeth, a couple other things like the Zinch grinder, and then also the Thunder Barge, then that would be a big success. That would be really hyped. I hope they do that. I really do. Dwarves are my favorite faction. I really hope the Arcane Journal makes them better on tabletop. Yeah, on tabletop, dwarves are a little bit weak. I personally, from as far as rules go in tabletop, I really like Chaos Dwarves a lot more. They have big monsters, they have magic, they have mobility, and they also still have like that really resilient infantry. Yeah. And add Dom maps. Yeah, that would be nice for sure. I hope that does happen at some point. All right. So here we are on the beloved Crystal Lake. So we got a Magma and a Deathstreaker. Deathstreaker to keep the big targets honest, and Deathstreakers are honestly good against infantry too. Not as good as Magma Cannons are, but they hang. They hold their own, right? So for the infantry, we're going to kind of play objective 3 out of the gates. And then we're going to rotate over to the other one shortly after. All right, so let's do this. We got a Bale Taurus character. No surprises there. We got a sneaky Git who's going to roll up in the formation. Cool. Couple skirmishers, really good and new domination for playing the objectives quickly. And they tend to dominate the versions that the Warriors of Chaos have because they have 130 range. So yeah, it ain't bad. So let's get Deathstreaker and do this and this. Let's go to Spray Fire mode and this mode for now. Splash attacks for infantry. Oh man, yeah. I mean, they barely listen to me at all, so I'm sorry, I can't get it all done. Are Chaos Dwarves in the old world? Yeah, you can play. They're a legacy faction, but they're totally playable, honestly. Their rules are amazing. It's very clear that Games Workshop didn't intend to have this whole legacy faction thing, but then it happened last minute, you know. It was like, the rules for the legacy factions are just as good as the main book rules. So, yeah, so we're going to roll up on this. What do we have there? Is that a Herald of Khorne? Okay, so Herald of Khorne on foot. So let's get our artillery parked here and here. And we'll get our Bale Taurus character up. We're going to come grab the objectives out of the gates. And so a Herald of Khorne with a cultist, or is that a character? It's a cultist of Khorne. Okay, so my character should be able to bully them, I'm hoping. And we have the Death Shrieker online to cause some havoc. First column is for sure going to be Bull Centaur Renders. We have plenty of tools for dealing with infantry, so let's get the big man over here. And the cultists are going to come screen me, which is a good play. I really like that. We get the single target rocket. If he wants to move into range, we will happily oblige. I got to make sure there's no sneaky coming around. Yeah, in the woods here, we got Minotaurs of Khorne, so that's a good choice. Minotaurs of Khorne are great. So we're going to go try and grab his outside objective here. And he doesn't appear to have too many Marauder Horsemen, so that's a good sign for us. That's very good. All right, so let's go do a little bit of poking. That is a Cultist of Khorne, so we could try and goon the Cultist here. That objective, we should probably just go grab that one to start getting a little bit of points. And let's do this. We'll start Spirit Leeching him down. Just try and wear that bad boy down. Yeah, over time. Get a little bit of pistol fire, and now we should be able to call in the big Bull Centaur here in a minute. Yeah, not quite yet. And you can see we do get some respectable damage against that Cultist. Let's pull back here. And now we can get the rockets to start shooting spray fire mode into, what are these, Marauders and Chaos Warriors. And we'll shoot into the Warriors here as well. All right, so Bull Centaur, man, let's get him in. It's got to be good against like Flesh Hounds and whatnot. And you can see the character here is going to go and just dive. Death Shriek's making respectable contact. Hounds are going to overchase into infantry, so we should be able to kite those back. And now we got some more Flesh Doggos looking to flank. So we're just going to defend the artillery, basically. And he's going to get that point there. A little bit of lag. Hopefully that will subside in a moment. Looks like it will. So one Khorne Dog is very beat up. We're going to jump on these Chaos Warriors. Oh, those are actually Warriors. Yeah, all right. So we're going to go after them here. Death Shrieker is in spray fire mode, so we're going to go intercept those Flesh Hounds here. Let's do this. And we moved up on the point. So let's go ahead and get the Infernal Iron Chads heading up to the middle and just kind of reform ranks here. We should be able to clear this out, no problem. And now you guys just kind of keep poking. So we see a wide flank coming in, Minotaurs, so we're going to need the Bull Centaurs ready to fight them. Bale Taurus character is doing quite good. And let's get the blasting charges here. Let's pull you guys back a little bit and do this. And oh my god, what the hell is happening here? Oh my god, that's not good. So that Magma Cannon was just getting hog wild. So that's a little bit sloppy on my part. All right, let's go with the rockets. Start sniping this. Let's pull you back, and we need to get the Bull Centaur characters up here to help out. We could call in some blunderbusses if we want to, too. And let's get the blasting charges on those warriors. All right, so as far as this fight goes, it looks like it's going respectably well. We're up in value, not like super hardcore, but it's good enough. And we got our character here now. So we'll get you guys in and get you guys to go after the Minotaurs. Let's get the archers here to shoot the Minotaurs also and get the Bull Centaurs to go and Spirit Leech's character here, too. All right, so far so good. Yeah, those Minotaurs are going to hurt. Those Dowie are going to eat it a little bit, but it is what it is. So let's get this and this. Little sneaky and go forward and deal with those hounds that are going to dive. So we're mainly just focusing on value trading here. Let's go ahead and do a little breath attack. Yeah, nice. All right, so those elite Chowie infantry, man, they will hold all freaking day. We also need to try and goon this character if possible, so we're going to go ahead and debuff him a little bit too. All right, so he's been debuffed. We got you guys coming in, so they're going to get intercepted, and we can get one of you guys to do this. No, we don't want to do that. Magma Cannon, what do we want to shoot at? Probably just the Minotaurs for now. And the Bull Centaurs are winning their fight, and we've almost killed that Cultist character. So that's all good. Now, my opponent, of course, has the objectives, which is, fairly standard in this matchup. You're going to get pushed back, and then you need to, just value trade, basically. There will come a time when his army gets broken so hard that he's not going to be able to even play the objectives anymore. And that is the end goal here. All right, let's get some sneaky gets up. Have them move up to the objective to start playing it a little bit. And the rocket is still shooting the Minotaurs, so let's go ahead and switch on to the other ones. Let's pull you back. Cultist got smashed up. Is he almost dead? He's pretty close to dying. Yeah, so we're going to probably be able to finish him off here. So we're just value trading, like I said. Let's charge in, get those Flesh Hounds off the point, move you guys up, and you guys move up on the point here, pull back, and that Cultist is going to pay the Troll Toll. Meanwhile, we get you back. So we're just value trading right now. So now we're going to come get his Lord, which should be pretty darn good. And the Magma Cannon can shoot into them as well. All right. Sneaky gets get up on the point. Those are Chaos Warriors. So let's actually just park on the point and see how we want to hold this. And then we can shoot those Chaos Warriors with a fat Magma Cannon. All right, so we jump in. We get an attack on the character. And we have the Bull Centaur Renders. We do. The Elite Chowie Infantry, the Ironsworn, are still holding very, very well. Let's get back here. And, yeah, so that point is going to flip for us probably here in a minute. We have our missiles. Let's get them shooting at the Minotaurs if we can. And we probably need to find a way to target them if we can. All right. So these are actual wolf riders. Let's get the chaff ones, have them just ride in, and then we can get the bull character to come and fight. Let's get you guys to dive down here, pull these missiles back. Back and back we go. And up here now we can start to play the side a little bit, or do we just want to keep pushing out from our central location? Probably just pushing out here. Let's get another bull centaur. We're up really massively in value though, so he's going to pin me on points for a while, but like I said, his formation is going to collapse here soon. He's playing really well. For somebody who's like newer to the Total War scene, this is like, I'm having to sweat here. This isn't like easy at all. All right, so the rockets can go after the minotaurs back here. Make sure they don't come back. We do route another one. And cool, so it's going steady. He does have some halberds in there. A little bit frightening, and we do see some doggos coming back here. So let's get these guys and get the bull centaurs to go head those off. All right, let's move you guys up and up. And now they can run over here. So let's get our missile units and have them hustle this way. We can also just get some haggard laborers and send them up to objective dose there. All right, so the hounds are going to get a little bit of damage to my artillery, but overall shouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's get the bull centaurs back here to go chew these guys up, and the Bale Taurus character can come and do a big breath attack on this dude. And cool, so you go that way, you go this way, no problem. What is fighting over there? Hard to tell, but I think we're fine. These bull centaurs should help us win this fight against those guys. And that character, he does have a little bit of halberd support, so I'm a little bit nervous about like straight up diving him. But it is something we can consider. All right, so the magma cannon, what is it shooting at now? We do have some khorne warriors with dual weapons on the way in. And we got to start playing the objectives a little bit. We gotta like grab some to slow down his counter to give us more time to trade. Because he's really playing like an all-in kind of divey strategy, which is certainly good, but you know, has its vulnerabilities in terms of getting massively pounded in value. All right, let's get this character back. Let's do this. It looks like this fight's gone pretty well for us. So let's get our other bull centaur character to come across and get ready to deal with this. Sacrifice some of you guys. And now I'm going to save up for the immortals. They need to come. We do manage to get that side objective, so that's going to give us a ton of time to play. The magma cannons are doing good. And how is my... Okay, it's going for my lord. Definitely very tanky, but we need to get away from that. A couple of houndos going over there. Should be all right. And we can go ahead and drop another spirit leech on this character. So continue softening him up. And now the elite of the Chowis are going to arrive soon. All right, so we got this. Magma cannon is a little bit compromised here, but it's all good. And is there halberds here? I think there are. We're going to go in and help. And now we're going to get the elite Chowi infantry coming in, the immortals. We'll put their name to the test. All right, let's go. Yeah, they should be able to stop this blob like with some efficiency here. So we move in there. Hopefully we can get some terror routes on these bad boys. His character is very, very close to dying. So let's pull the bull centaurs back. Looks like the artillery is going to get dove. Feels bad, man. And we got the high ground point. So let's go ahead and dive in and fight them. Pull you guys back and back. All right, so we do break that position there. The halberds are a little bit problematic, and we almost have enough to call in a wolf rider there. Should be able to deal with it. Let's get you on the minotaurs. And we'll have another spirit leech here soon. So yeah, we got this one, I think. It's getting a little bit scary, but you know, we've managed to kill a lot of the characters, and these guys can pull back. And let's get you to shoot there. And here in the back, unfortunately, we do lose one of our artillery pieces. All right, so call that in and get on these. Okay. And how are you guys doing? All right, they're still going. They didn't hear no bell whatsoever. They did not hear any bell. All right, so bull characters are going to get back. Hopefully the magma cannon's going to be able to get some shots. And the Dowie Immortals have almost arrived, and they're going to be able to put a whooping on these guys. Those are Chaos Warriors of Khorne. Maybe let's make sure we finish them off first. And let's move you over to the middle point here. And yeah, there's not much left for Khorne right now. I think we're in pretty good shape. Yeah, he's doing really good though. He's doing very good. Like I played this matchup last night versus a really high level player, and it was honestly, this is a closer game. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Move on to the objective here. Bull Centaurs are going to clean up, and the magma cannon is finally shut down. So that was really bronze for me to position it like that. But the Dowie Immortals, the Infernal Ironsworn, are just going to beat the brakes off these guys. It's going to be a huge beatdown for sure. Let's get rid of some of the goblins, do a little bit of housekeeping, grab this and this. We can unsummon some of you guys. And can we call in anything good? Not really. We'll just get some laborers up there. It's labor in time. All right. So Khorne's looking pretty dead in the water. They got a couple units coming in. Overall, the Immortals are just cleaning up shop. A couple hound units are on the way. Let's get the Bull Centaurs over there and get our character there. And yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, we know it's Prime. Yeah, we do. He's very good. Yeah, he picks a hard faction to play too. Khorne is not easy to play. They're really not. I'm going to follow his career with great interest. We also keep blunderbusses in case somebody goes crazy with like SEs. It's always good to have those. All right, let's do this. Let's get the character to go jump right there. Middle objective is going to go to us. We got Minotaurs coming out. Or Minotaurs. Is it Minotaurs or Minotaurs? How the hell do you actually say that? Anyways, let's get our artillery online. I figured he might go like really bananas with like a big, scary like SE goon squad. That's why I brought the Deathstreaker. Normally I do go double magma, but you never know what people are gonna do. So a couple Furies coming in, but yeah, at this point it's 100% over. He's not gonna have any chances. It's gonna be too tough to come back. All right, let's grab that. Could I Destroyer, unfortunately, is just terrible typically. It's not very good. It's a shame because it's such a cool unit, but it's just the nature of the beast. GG, well played. He played a really good game. That was very impressive. GG, well played. You played really well. Seriously. I'm telling him, I'm like, you played really well, seriously. Yeah, that's and yeah, that was a good game. He played great. Fun match for sure. So the Dowies are getting it in game one. Looking at the value here, 3,400 on the Sorcerer Prophet. Makes sense. He's a carry character. With the kit I bring him with, he costs 2,500. So yeah, he's not bad. Magma Cannon did really good. Deathstreaker was a little bit underwhelming, but you know, had he come in with a big monster, I would have been really sad if I didn't have a Deathstreaker. I love Infernal Ironsworn. They're probably one of my favorite units in the game. Their durability, their staying power, their magic damage against demons too is really, really nice. And yeah, overall, Immortals, I like them as a niche pick too. Maybe starting with them would be good against Khorne, but you don't want them getting run over by Minotaurs. Yeah, let's see what his army looked like. So, all right. So I will show stream a more. Okay, so what I'm gonna do while we wait. Oh, I have the scoreboard from the previous event. Oh, okay, thank you. I forgot to take that down. Thank you, guys. All right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All right. So if you're playing Khorne against Chaos Dwarves, you want to probably go Valkia. Valkia is anti-large. So what you can do with Valkia is you can basically grab her and you attack the Sorcerer Prophet. And if he takes the fight with you, you use Demon Shield, which makes her invulnerable, right? So you use this, you become invulnerable for 13 seconds while she trades, and she has anti-large and armor piercing, so she trades very well into those type of characters, right? So highly recommend Valkia. You could even put it on the Scarlet Armor. It's not bad. Not bad at all. And yeah, Gaze of Khorne's all right, but you can probably skip that. Aside from that, against the Chowie infantry in the beginning, warriors are probably a little bit of a juicy target for the Chaos Dwarf artillery, right? I do like the double cultist. I think double cultist is really nice. Against Chaos Dwarves, you can bring them on foot, just like bare bones minimum, I think. Because if the Chaos Dwarf Lord goes after them, you're not going to, care too much. Now, you need a little bit of mobility to contest the battlefield out of the gates, right? So what you do here is you're going to open with 4 Marauder Horsemen, probably. Now, this is very micro-intensive. I would recommend putting them in 2 groups, okay? So you put like them in one group and them in the other, and you're going to be using them to harass the backfield, to play the mobile game. You just kind of need that mobility with Khorne. They're also good fighters too. You can use them to flank like low tier infantry like Hobgoblins and Laborers, and they're going to do this. Yes, Valkia, you can also send her in with her Demon Shield active to go attack the Chaos Dwarf artillery, but you have to be really careful that she doesn't get surrounded because you're going to have a bad time. Now for reinforcements, Bloodletters are really good in this matchup. They get blasted initially, but they're really quick at 38 speed. They have solid armor piercing. So your initial wave is mostly chaff, right? It's just Haggard chaff units. So the cultists will spearhead it to really do the good fighting. And then you call in the Bloodletters. Fleshhounds are good. You definitely want those. They're a very solid unit. Was there another tournament yesterday? No, we ended up canceling it. Yeah, because I had some stuff come up, so I had to cancel it. Let me go ahead and report the score here. We'll continue on this in just a second. All right. There we are. That's going to be 1, and that's going to be O. And we were Chaos Dwarves. Chaos Dwarves, where are my beloved Chowie? They're around here somewhere. Okay, hold on. I'm just like my potato brain. Oh, they're literally the last one on the list. Okay. So it's going to be Chaos Dwarves versus, that was Khorne. Khorne's been doing well though. The buff to Bloodletters and has been helping them. They're I think above 50%. They were like a Pit Lord faction last season, but they're doing pretty good now. They're doing pretty good. All right, so where are we at? Looking good, and we're just waiting for other matches. So we'll keep talking about this matchup. So from here, what you would probably want to do is maybe get like 1 or 2 regular hounds. Probably just 1 is fine. So this is cheap, fast capture weight. That's one of the, they have 4 capture weight, right? And they're going to do pretty well there. Minotaurs of Khorne with dual weapons or great weapons are probably the right choice. They're going to be good enough against the infantry and also exceptional against the monsters. So bringing like 1 of those in reserve, I think is good. Probably 2 even. But this is probably the direction I would go if I was playing this matchup as Khorne. We have 500 here. You can even use a little hound here just to supplement and grab the objectives quickly if you want to. But yeah, the other units, warriors are good in some matchups, but the problem is Chaos Dwarf shooting and artillery is really good at killing armor. So you kind of want to give them things that you don't care about getting nailed, like Marauders. Bloodletters are a really good call-in piece because initially it'll be harder to focus if they're a reinforcement. You got Valkia for a little bit of harass. You got the 4 Marauder Horsemen with throwing axes, which if they can pin down the Baletor's character, they can do a ton of damage, right? A ton of damage. So Marauder Horsemen, Prime, the objectives open instantly, okay? So this gives you something to move up and grab the objectives. And number 2, they have armor-piercing ranged weapons, which can annihilate Chaos Dwarf infantry. And number 3, they're really good against the big characters, right? So if you're playing against a Bale Taurus, you can just like chase him and throw axes at him and surround him. Rando, how you doing, man? Dude, hope you're doing well. How have your old world games been going? I would imagine you've been getting your high elves back in action. You can actually put an up. There's like an upvote on those now. There's like a thumbs up. Oh, you actually have that in the donation. That's pretty funny. But you really need Marauder Horsemen. I'm telling you, Prime. Just think of Marauder Horsemen like Mangudai in Age of Empires. They're like annoying. They're not like a head-on fighting unit. But the thing about Khorne Marauder Horsemen, buddy, is they're really, really good at fighting, actually. Like, you don't want to send them in against armored infantry and melee. But against chaff units, if let's say you have a Khorne warrior fighting a Chaos Dwarf warrior. You ride around the back, you throw axes at me, and then you charge me in the back and break that position, right? They give you a ton of utility and a ton. They take some getting used to, though. Like at first, you're going to be like, I wish I just had more warriors. But once you master how to use horsemen, you're not going to regret it at all. Dude, Rando, thank you so much. Oh my God, did you just... Oh my God, is that 3? Thank you, man. Thank you so much. God damn. There are other lords other than Valkia that are viable here. She's the best choice, hands down, against Chaos Dwarves. But you could also feasibly probably go with a Chaos Lord of Khorne if you wanted to. And put him on a Juggernaut. And then you would just get rid of these abilities. Maybe, let's see, the Axe of Khorne, probably not. Icon of Endless War isn't terrible. And just keep him like this. So you could do a Chaos Lord of Khorne on a Juggernaut, and he'd be a respectable fighter too. But Valkia is hands down the best choice. How's the Bloodbrute as a late game anchor? A little bit too risky in this matchup, because Chaos Dwarves have really god tier anti-large shooting. They have the Death Shrieks, they have the Baletor Spirit Leech, and they have Blunderbusses, and Bull Centaur Renders with great weapons. So they have a lot of things that are really good against Chaos Dwarf, against Khorne big stuff. Minotaurs, it's not as big of a deal because they're lower to the ground, bit of a smaller target. But overall, Valkia would be the way. You would want to go Valkia and just bring her with like something like this. That's like this is a pretty clean build, honestly. It would take a lot of micro, but you could definitely win it. You could swarm them. Horsemen can overwhelm the flanks. Khorne Horsemen actually can probably beat Hobgoblin Wolf Riders, the spear version or the bow version in combat. So that makes them pretty dynamic there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. You want to do a coaching stream? I would do a coaching stream. Yeah, absolutely. I got to do a little bit of updating here, fix some scores. All right. And do that. Perfect. You had mentioned Troll Trader for Warhammer models before. Would you recommend? Yeah, I've had only good experiences with them. I know now that Old World is out and like fully fledged, it's much harder to get minis now. Yeah, everything's like sold out. Man, if you invested in Old World like a year ago, like everything was there. The dragons, the monsters. Do people take Valky in multiplayer for her small hitbox? Yeah, it's part of it. You know, it's not even that. Like big monsters can be really good in this. Like some of the most OP units in the game are big, like Landship and things like that, right? But you take her because she's just a good fighter. She's maneuverable. She has really good abilities. She can become invincible with Demon Shield. Like, there's a lot of good stuff there. A lot of good stuff. All right. Let's check here. And we did miss another donation, my apologies, from Bastion. Great battle. Still curious, which player on the faction would you fear the most? Okay, so... Oh, man. So if we're talking Warhammer 2, it would probably be primetime Felcon when he was playing elves. Like any of the elvish factions, it was like an unholy, stressful situation to play against him. In Warhammer 3, it's hard to say. Like I think playing against like Void Lulls when he was playing at his best and was on like the various undead factions was very stressful, like vampire counts and like demons of chaos. Definitely Houseplant. Houseplant playing like mobile empire type factions is incredibly scary to play against. It really depends on the matchup you're in though, but hopefully that answers your question, Bastion. Yeah. Elf talk, yeah. Hey Charks, how you doing, man? How'd your first game go? Have you gone back to the elves, or are you betraying them to play the glorious Sigmarites? As I suspect many people are doing today. Yeah, Berserk is pretty scary too. Yeah, he is. He's very good. Void Lulls was very difficult to beat, though. He's very difficult. Yeah. Did you lose in the name of HASHUT? How dare you, dude? No, we won our first game. HASHUT is coming. I love playing Chaos Dwarves. It's going to start getting sweatier now, though, now that we won our first match. So we got a couple games left to finish. Let's see. So we got Lahut, Ulrich, and Vianame here versus Kark. All right, so we have a couple games just to wrap up here. All right, looks fun. And, oh, you guys wanted to see the... This is where I used to get a lot of my old world minis, but it's definitely harder to find stuff there. Let me show you guys here. This is I love going through this website. It's always fun. I talked to the owner of the site. He's a really nice guy, actually, too. Okay, where is this? How would you build as Nurgle Warriors of Chaos against Bretonnia or Lizardmen? We can go over that. Remind me in between the next game, and we can do like in between games. We can take build requests and do that. So you can see on this website, it's a secondhand mini website. You can find a lot of good stuff on here. For example, if you wanted to play Empire, right? They have a lot of the like really old retro models too. But you can also find like basic ones, like you can Knights of the White Wolf. These are really cool. These are Empire Knights with great weapons. I use lances on my Empire Knights, but you got old school Empire archers. The thing is, a lot of these minis are going to go back up for sale when Games Workshop does the Empire, which I think I could have sworn they said it was going to be like around winter, but you can see like you got the vintage warrior priest here. But this is where I basically got my entire Empire army. Oh my god, you got old school Volkmar, old school steam tank. Wow, the vintage war wagon. That one's going to be really expensive because it's super rare. It's very rare. Yeah, somebody went a little bit wild with the Altdorf with no shading. Hell yeah, let's go. Old halberds, classics. Most of the ones I have are a little bit newer than these bad boys. I have the newer plastic Empire minis, but yeah, the retro ones are very fun too. They're very fun. I also have a Grandmaster too on that. Yeah, it's fun though. It's fun. A lot of factions are easy to get into for Old World. Like, man, if you want to play Ogre Kingdoms, like, look, you can legit get an Iron Blaster for 20 pounds, and they're really expensive. You can start Ogre Kingdoms armies like dirt cheap. Like if you get them secondhand, or because armies that are still available in Age of Sigmar that are in Old World 2 are very easy to get into, very, very easy. And ogres are one of them. You can find them very, very cheap. Yeah, unfortunately, lead belchers do kind of suck, but it is what it is. All right. This is basically a mandatory. Yeah, Chorfs are hard to find, but you can't. I have seen a Chorf army in person. I was playing at a game store in Los Angeles, but the entire army was 3D printed. It was you know, if Games Workshop re-released their Chorfs, I would definitely buy those. They're very cool. I love the Legions of Asgore Chorfs. I know some people like the vintage like pointy hat. So these are like old school Chowie, right? These are old school Chowie here. Like, they're hilarious. But myself personally, though I find that aesthetic very funny and nostalgic, I prefer the Legions of Asgore Chowie, which are pretty cool. You can see here we got these guys. Yeah, these are like the Legions of Asgore ones. These are the more modern ones. I love that aesthetic. It's basically how the Infernal Guard look in Total War Warhammer. So yeah, you can see how hard it is. Chowie are like unicorns. When you see a Chowie army, it's like finding a unicorn here. So you got some Infernal Guard. Here's a full command. You got the Fireglaves, which are just so freaking cool. And the Iron Sworn. Yeah, they're really pricey. They're very, very pricey, unfortunately. Here's an old Drazhoath model. Yeah, he's an expensive one. He sure is. His model was great, though. That Bale Taurus model was really, really good. It's classic. All right, let me see how the tournament's looking. Gonna see if we're ready to go to the next round and if the Chowie can emerge from the ashes to take the dub. It's gonna be hard. Probably not super possible considering how many really top meta factions are playing today, but we're gonna try our best. Yeah, I prefer the new ones as well. Yeah. The old Chaos Dwarves are really funny, but they look so haggard. It's like it's very retro. Which we got 2 matches, so Ulrich and one more, and Kark, and so we started around what time? 1:15, give or take. We got the first game going, or was it 1:30? It was 1:30. Okay, so the players still have another 15 minutes before we give them a draw and move on. Yeah. And we have a little bit of time actually. So somebody wanted Nurgle against Bretonnia. Okay. So we'll do Nurgle against Bretonnia as well. All right. So if we're doing Nurgle against Bretonnia, unfortunately, Rot Knights are really bad. They're terrible. I've done a lot of testing. I tried to give them an honest shake, but they're just not good. So if you're playing Nurgle against Bretonnia, you think it's funny, but Plague Bearers are actually really good here because they dunk on all the Bretonian infantry very, very effectively. On top of that, Tammy is good. Tammy is a really respectable anti-large fighter, but at the end of the day, I think that the what's it called? The Nurgle Sorcerer is probably just better. Yeah. I think they're gonna I bet you they're gonna do a Chaos Dwarf army for the Age of Sigmar, which will be very good for Old World too. I'm hoping they do that. If they make like a HASHUT army, you could totally either kit bash them or just take them directly to Old World, which is what I'm hoping for. I'm really hoping for that. There's been rumors of those for a long time. So against Bretonnia, you probably want to go, yeah, Lord of Nurgle is just always nice to have. You go Rancid Visitations, you bring Crown, you cut all these abilities and put him on the Rot Beast, actually. It's really good. The Rot Beast is an amazing mount. It turns him into a good fighter. Plague Bears last surprisingly long. You'd think they get demolished, but they really don't. They hang in there, and they're champs. All right, so you got your Plague Bear front line. From here, you can mix in 1 Soul Grinder if you want to against Bretonnia. I actually like that a lot. And you're going to want to get 2 champs here. So we're going to get champ on horse, and we're going to get another champ on horse. I wish I could just like duplicate. Yeah, there's a bug, by the way, with Nurgle right now where their Lord, the Chaos Sorcerer Lord, he counts as a hero. So if you want to make a Nurgle army, you need to turn off unit caps. It's really annoying, but it is what it is. Hopefully CA fixes that, someday, CA, please. All right, so probably cut this, and we got 400, just grab an Nurgling. This would probably be my opening build against Bretonnia. So you just move up with Plague Bearers, you have the 2 Exalted Heroes to battle knights and characters and stuff, and you got this guy to support. Soul Grinder of Nurgle is there to kill archers and like force them into a little bit, right? Now, as far as reinforcements go, actually, you know what? We probably open something more like this. Yeah, I think that's a bit of a cleaner opening. And then we get you guys in reserve, couple Plague Bearers just to call in initially for capture weight. Pesties are okay against Bretonnia. They trade okay into some of the knights. Warriors with great weapons also are not a bad inclusion. So you could go like double warrior with great weapon. They trade very well into the knights and they're very stalwart. And I would recommend like 1 Chungus with a great weapon. Right? You can usually kill Bretonnian cavalry using Marauder Horsemen. It's a little bit of a better option there, and then you just get little turd burglars for the rest of the army, and we do need some hounds. I think 1 Chaos Warrior is going to be adequate. Let's get 2 hounds here, and 1 Bile Troll probably is okay. How can we make that? 3 Horsemen's probably enough. Let's get a Bile Troll in there. This build feels pretty good. You arguably could cut the Plague Ogre and just get a Bile Troll. Bile Trolls, I think, are better than Plague Ogres by a considerable amount. So you could do that, and then maybe just throw in 1 more Chaos Warrior like this. This build feels pretty good. Yeah, feels pretty good. Bile Trolls are really good against cavalry. And then you got Pestigores and Chaos Warriors for grinding. You got a Soul Grinder for terror. You got a good Goon Squad. Yeah. All right. So let's see how we're looking on the round. Players have another 8 minutes left to get their games done. Yeah, Plague Ogres aren't bad. They're decent. They're really vulnerable against eating charges to the face, though. Okay, so the round is finished. And let's get it going. All right. Next round, we're advancing the old Swiss, and let's see who our opponent is for game 2. Yes. Hey, Trent, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. And Iridan, my ad block title tied for Sigmar. Thank you, bud. Thank you. All right, so next round is live, and we're gonna get Serkia. Oh, we were playing last night. Oh no, that's not good. He knows my builds. We were playing last night. Oh no. Oh man. The one person I was like, I hope I don't run into him today, because he literally knows my most recent Chowie builds I've been messing with. Oh no. All right, we're up. So let me tag the goblins in Discord. Goblins, round is live. Cool. Let's do it. The Epidemius is actually really good in some matchups. I'm a big Epidemius enjoyer. We play. Yes, let me do that. Here, 1, 2, 3, and the map is going to be what? The good thing about Chowie though is it catches people off guard. Oftentimes they're like nobody plays Chowie. It's like you know, it can really mess with people. Play triple train instead. The Chaos Dwarf trains, I haven't been playing that playstyle, even though it can be decent. Is he going to be on Bretonia? No way. No way he's playing Bretonia. Is it going to be the Bretons? Are you Bretonia? What's it going to be, buddy? Uh-oh, looks like it might be the Bretonians. No, he's on the Empire. Oh god, Sigmar, preserve us. Oh no, this is a counter matchup. This is hard. Okay, let's see what we can do. Yeah, he's going for the win. When people play Empire, you know the sweat's coming. So that is what's going down here. Okay, so aside from that, we get you guys a couple of these. All right. Get you. Now, against Empire, he is going to have a land ship for sure. Although against Chaos Dwarves, maybe the land ship is a little bit risky, I'm thinking. Secret double Dreadquake. Chowie are a decent mid-tier faction, I would say. That would be my assessment of them. I think they're very respectable. I don't think they're like OP or anything, but they do well at the mid-tier. Yeah, 2, 3, and get a couple of these, I think are going to be mandatory. All right, and let's get this, and 1. All right, it's all coming together, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting there. So let's get this, and we need to cut some money. What lore do you use against Empire these days? So the engineer character is an absolute raid boss. Very, very tough to drag down. Very, very tough. Yeah, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be like a ton of great options here. We're going to get like 2 of those. Pretty damn fancy, if I do say so myself. Death Magic's always pretty good against Empire. You know, Buna in general is a powerful spell in Spirit Leech. Like, you can't really go wrong with that. I always recommend that. If you don't know what you're doing, just bring Buna and Spirit Leech and you're going to be okay. It's typically, it works out. All right, so we can get a couple of these. Yes. Perfect. Sneaky, sneaky. Against Empire Cavalry, not sure. Without any restrictions, Empire's hands down the strongest faction. Agreed, it is right now, yeah. But we have restrictions on land ships and tanks and stuff, so you can only have a combination of one of those. Because otherwise, you guys saw the replay I put up. If you go double frickin', you know, karate chop land ship, there's just many factions that like legitimately can't do anything against it. You're just gonna get shadow realmed basically. So yeah, that's what we're going with here today. Our Huntsman and Long Guns. Yeah, no. Yeah, Empire's got a ton of options. Like triple. Unfortunately, I showed him one of the more forbidden builds last night, which was the double engineer with the quad war wagon ammo replenishment build. It's really good. So I'm hoping he doesn't do that. We could see that being brought to bear. Infernal Castellans aren't terrible on foot. You can bring them and they can go fisticuffs. Elspeth on foot also, or Elspeth on a horse is still a very good option too. So that could be a problem as well. Empire would probably even beat dwarves on a thunder barge, honestly. Yeah, the Hawklands can probably kill it if they know it's coming. I don't know though. It's a good question. It is a good question indeed. Okay, so let's get one of you. I think we got this and this. Looking fine to me. And sneaky sneaky is always good. Now on the far side, the Empire's going to have grenade launchers. They're going to have all sorts of scary stuff here on the Haunted Vale. Bale Taurus, man. Maybe we bring him. He's really, really a big target, though, is my only concern. He is a big, juicy target for the Empire. Granted, I don't know. I think we'll be all right. We'll get some schemes going. We'll get the big scheming. Dealing with Mantide is also a bit of an issue. The Mantide is pretty formidable. So I think we can get you, and that looks okay to me. The build is a little bit wild. This is a build that probably is going to either be a disaster or it will go reasonably well. Oh, I forgot to put unit caps on there. Okay. Should be good now. Should be good. How would you buff the Dreadquake? More accuracy, maybe cheaper? Yeah, accuracy. The Dreadquake's accuracy is atrocious. Like, it is really bad. Like, people can see it coming from a mile away and they can dodge it incredibly easy. So I think that has got to be one of the changes that gets implemented, would be the accuracy on the Dreadquake. All right, looks fine. Yeah, buddy, let's get another one of these. And we can throw you in and you in too. All right, I dig it. Let's see what happens, man. Let's have some fun. The dreaded Dreadquake would be cool. He's taken a long time with his build here, so he's really sweating pretty fervently. All right. All right, we're ready. I think like wide Chowie build is good. Like really wide Chaos Dwarf Warrior spam against Empire. Sometimes like Empire can get armor checked a little bit, so might be the way we go. You hope the Empire brings a land ship? They might against Chaos Dwarves. It's slightly risky. You know, it's a little bit risky to do that in my opinion, but maybe they will. They might bring an old land ship in there. Little flavor. A little flavor. So we'll get you and we'll get you. And then this unit, pretty good stats, of course, but probably just going cheaper is going to be better against Empire. All right, and then we want to get some of these guys, some of these little goblins. Good luck, have fun. I mean, this gentleman, we played a handful of matches last night. We had some really good games. We were testing the Empire Nurgle matchup out. We found that it was pretty Empire favored. We also played Chaos Dwarves versus... What did we play Chaos Dwarves versus? I can't remember. It was something else. Our count's bad right now. So counts are a decent faction all around, but the problem is... I know, seriously. I hope it doesn't become that noisy. As much as I appreciate those rules, it's just you know, the whole cool part about domination mode is you don't need to have restrictions. But yeah, you know, if CA just makes colossal blunders in balance and unit design, then you know you don't really have a choice sometimes. But yeah, vampire counts are a good faction, but they're bad against a lot of the meta. So the meta is Empire, it's Kislev, and it's Tzeentch, and those factions are all very good against vampire counts. Like Empire already annihilated vampire counts pre-patch, and now it's even worse. Kislev dominates vampire counts typically, and also you see vampire counts lose to Tzeentch. So the top 3 meta picks that you're going to be running into consistently are basically wrecking the vampire counts. So hopefully that answers your question, buddy. Will you forget the blocker? How dare you? You have little faith. So we went with my favorite forbidden style of play. It's very risky. You know, I could just lose instantly if he has the right build. So we're going to hope that's not the case. So we'll get a couple of you guys, and you guys can go here. And in the front, we'll get you and you cruising up. Actually, we should probably have you guys out there and out here. So I could just lose this like right away, basically. Which means I should probably put these back in the tree line just to be safe. So they're at least safe, and then I can move them out when the fighting starts. I don't think they're going to be fully hidden or anything, but yeah, so we'll get you, and you guys can grab that point real quick. And 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So it looks good to me. Tzeentch is really strong. Yeah, they're very strong. Some of the missile changes really made them pretty busted. All right, good luck, have fun to my opponent. Let's go get wrecked by the Empire. We need to just get our fat L out of the way so we can submarine our way into the top 4. That is the game plan here with the Chowie. This is a troll. How dare you call this a troll build? This build has won me many games against top players. The dreaded triple magma is pretty good against a couple Empire builds. It's a very risky one. I'm basically playing casino right now. I'm playing the lottery. Like if he brings a counter build with a couple cannons, I just lose. But if he doesn't, then I have a good chance of winning. And immediately we already see great cannons and great cannons. All right, so it's a little frightening. Let's get you guys over here. Let's do this, and let's get the Sorcerer Prophet Man juking, and you guys can move up. And we're gonna get ready to party. All right, so what's it gonna be? Cannons, Hawklins, yeah, fairly standard stuff here. We just need to juke with this character, and cool. Yeah, he's already targeting my lord here, which with the cannon, so we just juke that, waste some of the cannon fire, and let's move up with our Chowie troopers, and we get that objective, which feels really good to get those early grabs. No complaints there. Hawklins are very good. They're very strong, so we got to put some respect on those guys. So we get that point. Let's go poking around here a little bit, see if we can find any opportunities to weasel our way in. So let's do this and this. We're going to get a couple speedy cav. We're going to put one out front and one up around the top. All right. So we're going to continue here. So now let's get the magma cannons to come out and start shooting here, here, and here. Although we probably can wait a little bit longer. I don't know how much longer, but we need to be careful here. All right. So there's obviously going to be some heavy cavalry called in. So let's just start shooting into the side of the spearmen. Whatever, it is what it is. We're going to get our Bellator's character back there and have him support these missiles. We got the speedy boys on the way, and we are starting to eat it a little bit. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this, and let's do this. All right, so we are eating it. Yeah, oh, he's got the iron sides. Oh, silver bullets. Okay, so the dreaded ambush is there. And we'll get you guys parked here. And now we are going to start torching his army, or hopefully having some success with that, right? That's going to be the plan. Marcus Wolfhard, oh, he's got a net in the middle, so that's very frightening. So one magma cannon has hit. The cannons are probably going to scoot forward here in a moment. And let's pull you guys around. Okay, it looks like he's got a lot of mobility here, so let's come down here. And the Bellator's character, we need to watch out. Yeah, he could get smashed pretty hard. And we're going to go ahead and just use a breath attack right there. And our poor Chowie troopers, we need to get them up on the points, up on the points, up on the points. And the Bellator, is he trapped? Not yet. Okay, so he's hanging in there like a champ. Do this, pull you guys down and under, down and under. And the magmas are, yeah, wrecking this infantry corps pretty damn hard. So let's do that. Just keep torching the state troopers. And yeah, so far so good. For some reason, it doesn't seem to reflect like super accurately on the damage value, the kind of damage that we're doing. It's very weird. But yeah, Chowie going to grab that objective. We're going to scream up the middle here. Marcus is going to get him for sure. And then we just kind of keep softening him up. So let's get this objective, get the triple cap on him, and just continue value trading here. Magmas are now in range of the Empire cannons. So we're going to go forward and fly back here. And, oh, we did get netted there. It was only one of them, though, so we're only going to lose one guy. So let's cut around this way. All right, so Big Beastie, let's go jump on those Empire Knights. Let's do that and cast Fate Boon on them. So we're going to try and get a trade there. And, yeah, the Chowie warriors need to surge forth. So surge forth, surge forth. Let's get you guys going up this way. And get ready to get netted by Marcus. And we'll also, yeah, just lure you guys down around like so. All right, let's get a couple of you guys. Move the sneaky gets up. Marcus does get a beautiful net on us, so we're going to get pounded there in the middle. And what are these? These are Empire Heavy Cavalry, Knights of the Black Rose. Ooh, that's scary. I don't really have like good answers for them, to be honest. Let's get some Chowie coming. But yeah, his cannons are countering my stuff very effectively here, right? It's super hard. So let's get a couple of these through. Let's try and weave you guys through as well. But yeah, the Empire is just so strong. Oh, God. The magmas are just going to get obliterated by his cannons as well. All right, so loop you guys around. Let's get this. And we got the cannon shots down, and we are starting to make some contact here. I'm going to keep scrapping, though, because you never know. And we're going to send our character back here as well to try and goon his wizard. Maybe we can get lucky. But yeah, this is... I don't see too many chances here, unless our magmas do really well and manage to finish off one of these. Maybe. So let's go around the top, around the top. We got the sneaky gits in here, and let's get the sneaky gits moving this way. Let's get on that cannon right there and switch on to the other one, because I think we're going to take this one offline here. All right, Sorcerer Prophet Man. I don't know where the hell his caster went. That was weird. He straight up just like disappeared. And we got two magma cannons online still. We got some riders over the top, so let's see if we can get on the other one. Bale Taurus Man is going to jump on top of the silver bullets, and let's keep fighting. You never know. You never know, but man, this matchup's hard. I think you just got to go wide, to be honest. Yeah, one cannon is offline. Let's go ahead and surge on over to the other one. So we've finally gotten into the cookie jar a little bit. Let's get on those Harrogate Jaeger Corps. And we still do have two magma cannons, which is good. So that's something. At least we're not completely dead in the water here. So let's jump onto this. We got both of his cannons offline, so maybe now we're going to be able to feast a little bit. We'll have to see. Those are Knights of the Black Rose. And yeah, so that's going to be all of these guys offline here. We see the Bellator's character doing it over there. And we just kind of keep moving up. Yeah, all right, not bad. We're scrapping. We managed to shut down all the cannons, which is excellent. So let's get on the Spearmen here. Let's get on the Spearmen up on the objective. Try and keep them off. Silver bullets are destroyed by the Bellator's character. And what do we have here in the trees? Ah, some Chowie warriors who are just like, yes, we will fight when we want to. Let's bring some fire glaives up, and cool. So the silver bullets are almost toast. I think I'm just going to drop a Spirit Leech just to get the killing blow here. Yeah, so we want to just get them. We are being shot by what appears to be some Outriders or something. Fighting on the point's going okay. On the side, we got Zentler's Reichsguard hanging out. The value is closing, but not as quickly as I would like. Let's go ahead and take down the Harrogate Jaeger Corps. And we got the Fire Glaives rolling now, too. So we've managed to hold on to some objectives. Let's creep around here. We are being attacked. I think we should be able to push out through here. We're going to see if we can. Oh, yeah, we don't have too many reinforcements nearby, though. But yeah, winning the cannon duel gives us like a sliver of hope that we can actually get in this. Like a sliver. All right, so we do have some dudes back here. Maybe they can come in and shut something down. Yeah, we see the Hammer of the Witches there, so should be able to get that. All right. Let's pull back. Objectives, we're doing okay. Magma cannons are still very much functional. We want to start hammering some of the state troopers too. And let's do this and this. Cool. So our dude is very, very trapped here. He's getting outridered pretty damn hard. Those are Knights of the Black Rose, so we can hit them. And let's get the Chaos Dwarf Warriors coming. Let's move away. You know what? Actually, let's dive on top of Marcus there. We do get his cannon offline. He tried to get that back here. We've gotten into combat with Marcus, which is great. And now let's get some shooting onto these guys. All right, so move up. This is so dodgy staying here and fighting. I mean, maybe we can do something, but it's a tough one. So do we call in another Magma Cannon? I don't think so. I think that's a stupid play. All right, so back we go. Yeah, Chowie Warriors get attacked by Knights of the Black Rose, no problem. And the blunderbusses need to start shooting here if they can, and we need to call in some big heavy hitters in the back. All right, so we're holding on to that objective. We did get that cannon offline, which is great. We got our Bellator's character back. We rip a couple nice shots there, very cost effective, I would say. Empire shooting's going to be a bit of a pain to deal with here. And let's go ahead and get the big, scary Bellator's characters and go in and see if we can goon his caster here if he blunders. Did we get the caster? Maybe. We're still holding on to this objective, which is really cool. I don't know how the hell that's happening, but don't ask questions. All right, let's go get on the Jaeger Corps here. We actually have some sneaky gets. We can get on the Sterling's Revenge. We almost got his caster, actually. Yeah, he might have blundered that. That's a really nice catch for us. Okay, and let's start shooting into the silver bullets here. Cool. So his caster is basically dead. And let's go get on that Empire Engineer if possible. We are getting attacked by what appears to be some Haggard Spearmen here, so we're just going to clean them off with these guys. All right, and Bull Centaurs can cruise up. We do manage to get on the Engineer. This character is trying to put the game on his back pretty damn hard, but he might just straight up die here. We'll have to see. All right, so let's shoot those Outriders. Come on, Bellator's character. Carry me into the sunset, baby. Let's go. If we win this game, that's going to be insane. Yeah, the start was so atrocious. All right, let's get back there, do a little bit of diving. I think the Bellator's might be not too long for this world. Okay, he manages to get away at the last second, which is really good. And there's a lot of firepower coming in. So we need to start shooting at the cavalry here. So the Outriders and the Sterling's Revenge. And this character, let's go ahead and have him land here. Ooh, he's looking really beat up. He's looking really, really beat up, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's toast here. I think this is the end of the road. So we managed to hold on to this objective. Those are Empire Knights. Let's just take the fight there. It's going to be all right. The Bellator's character is probably dead here. Not a whole lot you can do about that. And we do get a ton of damage, although he's kind of living here, which is a little bit wacky. Yeah, we're chasing down those Outriders, and if he doesn't die, that's going to be quite a huge grab for us. All right, let's get you. Let's do this. Go ninja that point. And here we need to go ahead and get... we don't have a whole lot to protect back here. Let's get the Fireglaves to shoot. And hopefully, for the love of the Dark Gods, my dude will come back here. All right, let's keep chasing those Empire Knights. Fireglaves have turned about face. Let's jump on the Bull Centaurs. Let's go grab that point out here. He's looking like really worn out too, which is good, but we might actually end up losing this. So let's get this, attack those Zentler's Reichsguard and just get wrecked, and send some laborers out there too to go help out. I need that Sorcerer Prophet to come back right now. That would be pretty massive if he did. Let's move on to this point. We got the Fireglaves coming back. We could start just dunking on Marcus. Come on, Bellator's. We need you, buddy. We need you to come back. I don't know if he will, though. It doesn't look like it. All right, so moving on to this point. Let's get on those Outriders. The Bull Centaurs are doing really good. We pulled the value back really effectively here, and I think we're okay on this point. Oh, the Bellator's character came back. Yes, that's exactly what we needed. Let's do that in a breath attack. Get the laborers in there, and then he can go in and just swarm over here. Oh, we really needed that Bale Chad. We really needed him to come back. Okay, Marcus is getting shot. We got capture weight on this objective here. Let's keep hunting the characters where we can. Oh my god, do you believe in HASHUT? Let's go. Oh, we're going to lose both magma cannons likely, though, which is a pain, but, you know, it is what it is. He was eventually going to get back there and butter that bread, you know. Okay, let's hunt this bad boy down, and we need to just get Chowie Warriors marching up, I think. Currently, it's, what, 750? Okay, close enough. We can't wait any longer. All right, so let's do that. Let's get the sneaky gets going here. Let's get the Bull Centaurs to lay a whooping on those guys. We're still chasing. Let's get the Jaeger Corps. And it is going to be Mantide coming out in droves. All right, let's get you guys there. And the Bellator's character unfortunately broke once again. Hopefully he doesn't shatter, but Wolf Riders appear to have gotten the job done. At this point, I just need to unsummon him, for sure. Fireglaves, what are they up to? Fireglaves can shoot this Engineer, and we've almost got that Light Wizard offline. I probably need to get the Jaeger Corps there. I think that's a little bit more important. Marcus is being circle beaten by some big scaries, and the Fireglaves are going to try and finish off that Engineer if they can. All right. So if he rallies, that's going to be really, really good for us. Let's go get those spears. Let's get the Chaos Dwarf Warriors heading over there. And Marcus Wolfheart is probably going to die here. Holy shit. Oh my god, is this really happening? This is nuts. All right, let's get some mobility. Let's go play a little bit here. You want to play a game. Empire Engineer is almost dead. Chaos Dwarf Warriors here are holding really, really well. And yeah, now we just move up. And if the Magma Cannons rally, that's, you know, the icing on top. Unfortunately, my Lord just fled. So yeah, I took a calculated risk and, you know, we might have paid the troll toll. But Marcus is almost down for the count here, so let's chase you down. Fireglaves can do this, and you Chowie Warriors need to move up on the point. Here we need to get a little something on the point as well, so let's do this. You guys parking like right back here, and let's get these spears breaking off the point here. Fireglaves are in combat, which does low-key suck, but it is what it is. Marcus is almost dead. Let's get these guys moving in here, and we need to get these speedy cavalry away. All right, so Marcus is about to die. Those are Knights of the Black Rose, which the Bull Centaur render should make pretty quick work of. All right, so you've moved up on the point. We got our skirmishers and our laborers coming up here, and we are kind of approaching a position of Helm's Deep where we could Helm's Deep our way into this and get it. Man, if only one of those magma cannons had come back, that would have been so freaking nice. All right, let's get another Chowie warrior coming up. We got laborers arriving. Looks good. So that will provide us the capture weight we need. We got this point on lock pretty well. Marcus needs to be killed. So we need to make sure to actually finish off Marcus if we can. And it's rapidly becoming a Helm's Deep situation. Oh my god, are we going to beat the sweatiest of the sweat with the Chowie? Love it. All right. Laborers need to hang on the point. You guys stay tight and just shoot at these Sterling's Revenge. Middle point is looking a little bit dodgy. Let's see if we can get these Fireglades back. And we almost got Marcus offline. And we can also swarm this point with a bunch of like just cheap expendable cap weight. All right, so let's get you guys up there. Perfect, perfect. So Marcus is shattered. He's going to run off the battlefield. We got the Chowie infantry sustaining very, very well. Let's get you guys to go hunting here on the Outriders. And the Empire is going to start taking some leadership hits soon too, which is going to be outstanding. All right. So Bull Centaurs, I think we just maneuver them across. Yeah, I think we maneuver them across. Those are Empire Knights, which unfortunately we don't have the best answers to, but we do have some great weapons nearby. And the Fireglaves have just now gotten free again. So the Fireglaves should be able to shoot. Let's keep you guys here and here. Call this Bull Centaur character over there. Not character, but unit. And we can get you guys to fight the Empire Knights, although these are mostly AP units, so they're going to be pretty resilient against this. Yeah, a lot of fast cavalry coming out, a lot of fast cav. We got you sitting AFK, so we do have the Laborer Corps heading over there, so I'm going to like preemptively set up a Helm's Deep here with a lot of like crappy goblins to try and mitigate his desire to go there, right? So we do manage to catch those Outriders. These are Knights of the Black Rose, but thankfully we have just straight up Bull Centaurs here. This objective is starting to flip too, so let's actually start flipping this one. We could just shoot the Spearmen. The Bull Centaurs might be able to get it. Oh god, I thought I was so dead, but never say die, man. You know, you gotta go to the bitter end sometimes. Okay, so that objective is looking pretty secure, and aside from that, we can Vanguard out probably some sneaky gets just to get some killing power up on the points. Yeah, probably. Fireglaves are being hunted. Let's go chase down his Outriders. This point is really secure, so I'm pretty confident I could just like Helm's Deep a victory now. Knights of the Black Rose are losing here, and on this point, how are we looking? Yeah, a lot of state troopers. A lot of state troopers here. All right, so you guys get up there, provide the cap weight. Let's get some speedy speed. So this is the difference between dwarves and Chowie is like you can play that fast game, right? All right, so let's go do this. Let's chase you guys down. We got a lot of just dudes just hanging out there, dudes for the dude throne. And let's go ahead and collapse on those grenade launchers before they wreck my entire world here. All right, so let's get you guys moving. You doing this. We do get the grenade launchers partially compromised. I do have a lot of capture weight here. And that's my game plan. It's just to Helm's Deep on that far side objective because now he's in triple cap territory. So if we could get some like good units there, although I guess we can't really afford good units, so it's just going to be a million laborers is what it is. All right, so do we manage to get some of the mobility? We do, and now we need to get the grenade launchers. So let's keep chasing them. The Fireglaves will maybe eventually win that. And let's call in a speedy boy to come around the back here and keep chasing a lot of the missile units. Yeah, looking pretty good. The Speedy have done well. They've been a little bit caught up on some of these Knights here. You guys can just chase here. Let's get the Bull Centaurs to get after the Empire Knights and stay in sustained combat there. And the Chowie need to hang on there. Hats for the Hat God, I know. Yeah, the tall hats are hanging in there, buddy. They are. Yeah, all right, so grenades, do this, and you hunt there. Fireglaves were really, really nice in the mid game, but yeah, he's basically dead. Like, I have a lot of cap weight here that would take him like 10 years to get rid of, so I think there's not really too many chances. All right, let's move up. Yeah, just reinforce that point. Chowie hanging in there. Yeah, buddy, I can't believe we won that game. That was such a shit beginning. Oh my god, it was so bad. We were getting massacred. It's like a 3,000 value lead or something, but he had one of those builds that was really good at accruing value, but if it folds really hard. That was kind of the style he had there. Let's get the Fireglaive shooting there with their bows. And yeah, that Outrider shooting, man, 1900 value on those Outriders is pretty nuts. The fact that the magma cannons were able to stabilize was pretty damn big. Let's get you guys to just waddle after them, and that's it. Oh my god. Oh, we got it. Let's go, baby. Still got it. Yeah, still got it. All right. That was a really good Chowie. That one we might need to give it its own showcase there. That was brutal. Oh my god. The Empire's pretty nasty right now, dude. They're pretty nasty. The cannon duel, when we won that, that's what won us the game. When we managed to get the ambush on the cannons, that was the biggest thing. All right. Let me say GG. No. Guns are just not super. Okay, perfect. You got it. So I got some admin work to do. And let's see what's going on. All right, so let's refresh this. No Goblin Hewer. Empire lacks the tech. Yes, that's right. They need the Goblin Hewer. Well, that's really good for us. So the fact that we were able to get that is massive. That gives us a good chance of making top 4, like a really good chance with the Chowie. Just got to believe in him. All right, so Chaos Dwarves versus Empire. Yes, looks right. Submit the score. The Fireglaive value. We'll take a look at everything right now. I just have to do a moment of admin work if you don't mind. Okay, so we're gonna drop you. And then we have another one of those too. Okay. Where are we at? So Rock needs to drop. Okay, fixing that. Then Rock should have, Lydon should have now 1 less point. Okay. Sorry guys, just a little bit of tournament admin work. Let's see here. You probably cast a spell and healed him. Okay, almost ready. Just got to fix the points here. iPhone Kyle, thank you for the 50. Not gonna lie, I wanted to see you playing Empire. I wanted to see the the Franz, the tanks. It will come. I'll do an Empire SFT. I will. Yeah. I just they're so OP right now. It's just they're really strong. I have an allergy to like top tier factions, and it's a shame because Empire is my favorite, but you know, I just can't do it. Yes. Okay, looking good. Just chatting with my opponent real quick. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So now let's take a look at the value real quick. So magma cannons did pretty good. I mean, that's what we wanted. They're just there to deal with the Mantide and the guns, right? For the Lord, he got 2,700. That's really nice. He paid for himself. He cost 2,600 with my build. Magmas did great. 3,400. I mean, yeah, everything here did okay. Bull Centaur renders were really clutch in the late game for the momentum. Man, look at the Fireglaive value though. Look at that. 2,200 on those guys. I think Fireglaives are sleeper really good against Empire. But it's a rock, paper, scissors game, right? If you can effectively kill their Hawklands, then your Fireglaves will do great. But if not, you're going to pay the Troll Toll. And yeah, aside from that, Chowie Warriors held. We had a Death Reeker just in case he had a boat. And yeah, that was bad. He pretty much had a sniping build, right? It was a lot of, SE sniping with the Airgate Jaeger Core, Silver Bullets, Nets, Marcus, double net build, really, really battlefield control. So yeah, it was scary. Yeah. All right, good luck, have fun. I think we're about ready for the next round. Let me just check, see what's going. I think there's a couple players here still partying. And where are we at? Okay. It's gonna be a sweat party here today. We're gonna be playing the sweatiest players. How do you I haven't planned that out yet, Wenda. I haven't schemed it. I mean, I might have to just get the third party ones. We'll see. Because the thing is, Chowie armies are super elite. They're very, very, what the hell is this? It's weird. Oh, okay. They're very small, so starting a Chowie army probably wouldn't be too difficult. The demon engines are the hardest part to get. Yeah, so we got one game going. It's Prime versus somebody else. So that was a drop there. He's fine. And then Quorum needs to have their score updated. All right, so let's update this. Give him the buy round. One more game. What are you saying, Outer? Are we going to play next game? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, the Bull Centaurs were awesome. Yeah. In tabletop, they're good too. Yeah, they have impact hits. And so in tabletop, Bull Centaurs, they work like chariots. When they hit something, you get D3 impact hits immediately. So they have like a trampling effect, and they are at -2. So they're really actually quite good. I like the Bull Centaurs a lot. They're a little bit lackluster in sustained combat compared to other monsters creatures, but their impact and their charge is very good. It's Prime versus Serona. Is that the Age of... He's one of the Age of Empires duels? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, my God. We got the Age of Empires invasion here. They're going to be taken over before we know it. Oh, please tell me I didn't crash the website or something. Okay, we're good. Old Total Tavern hanging in there. You know, Old Faithful. They have a little bit of time. 2:15. Yeah, this round was actually really quick. So taking a look at undefeated players so far. Outer Region, Roflin, Kark. Only a handful, actually. Yeah, only a handful. So we're going to be playing one of those guys. I wonder what Kark's playing. Probably Empire. Any matchups you think you'd bring the Kadai units? Unfortunately not. Kadai units are kind of bad compared to like Bull Centaurs. Like here's the thing. You bring a Kadai Fireborn, right? But for the like almost the same price, you can get a dual axe Bull Centaur Render, which has 2,000 more HP, hits pretty much the exact same, has a better charge bonus, and doesn't have to worry about crumbling. Kadai, though, do have the niche application of doing magic damage, but I think if they got an HP buff, so 7,800 on a Kadai Fireborn, okay? Let's look at what a Kroxigor has for Lizardmen. Kroxigors have 8,100. Okay, so maybe like a little HP buff on them. Like a slight nudge could make them better, but they're just such glass cannons. Yeah, such glass cannons. Prime got the W. I need Prime to win. He's my tiebreaker. If the better Prime does, the better chances I have of making top 4. You know, is they're kind of slow and cumbersome. All right, so it looks like we're all set. Did Professor Pone? Oh, Professor Pone got the steel chair. He's coming for it. Yeah. Yeah, Kadais can do okay, though, in some matchups. They're not, like, awful. They're just, I think, overshadowed by Bull Centaurs. Okay, so let's do this. And we got the next matchup here. And did we get a buy round or something? Oh, we're playing Charix. We're playing the Pride of Poland. All right, Charix, an amazing player. Really, really good. Goblins. Next round is live. All right, the Goblins have been tagged, and we are playing the Great Charix, one of my favorite players to watch. And he has got insanely wild play style. It's very different than other folks. So I don't know what he's playing though. If he's on his elves, Pone's coming for me, dude. He's watching. He's lurking behind me here. I think he's 1-1. So if Pone wins his next game, we could play, or maybe he's undefeated. I don't know. Let's see. The professor comes. Did anyone have a glitch in the audio? Pone from the top rope. Yeah. Yeah, Kadai are close to being okay. In theory, they should be very good against Nurgle. Yeah, magic damage and fire. Like, it's a really nice combo against the regenerating factions. All right. Oh, is he on Skaven? No way. No way he's on Skaven. Oh, man. Skaven are like a hard counter against Chaos Dwarves. Oh, no. It really is bad. Oh, no. No. The one wild-ass Skaven player? This is like his dream matchup. All right. It's funny, even when Chaos Dwarves were the most overpowered faction in the game, when they were bugged and broken, Skaven were like the only faction that could beat them, basically. Oh, no, dude, not the Skaven. No. No, not the Skaven. You guys ready to see me get wrecked? We got two mid-tier factions duking it out, although Skaven are more of like a pit lord faction, but they're actually good against Chowie. Oh, my internet's acting up a little bit. Sorry about that. I just noticed that. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Is it lagging for you guys, or does it seem fine? The Chad Skaven enjoyer? Dude, I'm sweating bullets. Let me see. This is the last person I wanted to run into here. Oh, God. No. Coming in with the steel Skaven chair. He is. Okay. Oh, no. I was like, you're not the Skaven, are you? And he links me a picture of a rat. He's just like, oh, no, dude. Oh, no. I love it. All right. Well, we gotta mix it up here, guys. Yeah, we have the king rat is here against us. A few hiccups. I'm getting the occasional pauses. Damn. All right, 1 second. Yeah, the bitrate's been really funky. The internet's, I feel like my service provider is like throttling our internet, but we'll see if it stabilizes here. Hopefully it does. Okay, so against the Skaven, I think we do a little bit of this. This is the most haggard shit ever. This build is just, oh my god. All right. Do that, and then we can call you in, and yeah, that looks okay. So we got to cut one more. Cut this, and get you, and then a couple of laborers. Okay. I played this matchup a lot back in the day. I haven't played it too much since, but yeah, we're gonna try. The rats cometh for me, and they take no prisoners. Probably not a bad idea to mix one of you in. Yeah, probably not a terrible idea. In theory, Kadai could actually be good in this matchup. Like, probably better than Bull Centaurs. I don't know. I don't know. Trixie Hobbitses. We're going to experiment. This is a good time to try some new stuff because this is a pretty tough one. Stream is fine for me. Could be a regional issue with YouTube itself. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It seems fine now. Okay. And aside from that, we need to probably cut you guys. Do this and this. God, I hate when you have like 200 gold left over. It feels so bad. It feels so bad. Anakin, I'm too weak. Okay. I am about to get vermintided so freaking hard. I can feel it in my bones. That is actually useless for us. So we'll do this. All right. I like the opening so far. It feels pretty good to me. And yeah, we can mess around with those. I think that's going to be really fun. We need this, really. Not a bad idea, I suppose. Not a bad idea. All right, so we got this guy. He could be better, so let's maybe think about you. And then throw in some of these little sausages here. All right, good luck, have fun to my opponent. The dreaded Skaven. They rise. I can feel it in my plums. Oh, dude, I love that. It's so good. So good. Hobgoblins are okay. They're going to lose the down trade into clan rats, but I don't know what better options you have, honestly. It's a little bit of a tricksy one. I have no idea how this is going to go. I have no idea. Your first match, you lost to a 7k value great unclean one? Oh my god, Pone, that's brutal. Can't wait to see these armies are going to be wild. Skitter and Leap on pointy beard things. They are, dude. No Dreadquake against Skaven. I didn't bring it. It's so inaccurate. I was playing a game versus Serkia last night, the gentleman we just played, and dude, I had a Dreadquake. It shot every single shot, and it got like 800 value against Cathay. I was so sad. I was like, it just missed every time. And as a matter of fact, there was a couple moments where the Dreadquake mortar actually killed my units outright. It just like flattened a Chaos Dwarf Warrior unit, and I was like, okay. Enough of this. A Goblin Tide versus Vermintide. Yeah, we're kind of playing orcs a little bit here. We are a little bit. Yes, yes. Oh, God. If the Skaven win today's SFT, the meta will shift forever. All the sweats who are just playing the meta are going to be like, oh, the Skaven. Rise. All right, so here's our army. It's very goblin focused with some magmas to just roast rats. You know, what else do you want? That's the way to do it, right? So we need to get this, this, and this. Okay, so we got you guys. I don't know about the line of sight on these, but we're going to find out. He's going to be trying to sneak back here for sure with some, you know, Eshin stuff, I would wager. We'll put one right there. So we got this one can be in, so let's get you in 2. You guys in 3 to go play the, he's going to have his skirmishers kind of doing stuff on the objectives as well, right? So we're going to go grab that freebie. And then 1. And then you guys can be in here and here. Couple sneaky gets. We're going to go ahead and put one up here. And then we'll put one in the secondary to defend our backfield. And just go party, basically. So we need to get this one. 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Yeah, so basically we just have to use magma cannons to roast his army. If we fail at that, then he's just going to win. Because Vermintide can swarm Chaos Orbs very effectively. And the problem is Rat Ogres punish your Chowie infantry. So you kind of need to just give them crap, basically. This is a really fun map. I love it. The battles are like knockdown, drag out. They're super quick. This is the one CA map I think is quite good. Aside from that, they're mostly pretty terrible. All right. Let's get you guys to do this. And we got the magmas firing, so let's start shooting at them. Start blasting some old Skaven slaves. And we can get on the Ikit Zap Zap cannon. Yes, yes. Do this, move up here, get some sneaky boys over there. Let's get this character going. And we need to take down the Ikit Zap Zap cannon like right away. So we're gonna actually target that with like several magma cannons. Yeah, otherwise we're gonna lose. So we need to get that up and start shooting at that. So we're gonna go ahead and move up here, although I think 2 is gonna be adequate. So let's just start nuking the Skaven slaves off. We just gotta pray to the dark gods that we can win the artillery duel. Oh shit, Jezzails. So that's really not good. We got Jezzails lurking somewhere here. Magma cannons are not shooting yet. Kill it. Kill it with fire. Magma cannons are losing the duel. Oh man, if Ikit Zap Cannon holds on, I'm in trouble. It looks like it's going to win the fight. All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's do this. Pull a couple of you guys down this way. Keep you here. It could be a repeat of last game. Who the hell knows? We haven't made contact yet, but we're going to try and get through there and get a couple of you guys around the side. And yeah, he's actually trading very, very well in the duel. Let's get you guys under, see if we could find a way through. So we're going to go see if we could dive that and get on the weapons teams. Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, no! Not like this! Deathmaster! All right, so let's dive here. Let's get up here and dive here. Oh, God. Not like this. Deathmaster's going for my Chowie Lord. All right, let's do a Burning Head. We don't really have too many good targets here, but we're going to go ahead and pull you around. Magma Cannons have almost gotten the Ikit Zap Zap Cannon offline. And let's dive through here, or just fight the Wolf Rats, I guess. Oh, God, this is like a rough one. We are getting some good pushes, though. You know, we're getting momentum on the army here. Deathmaster is now trapped up, so that's good for us. So let's get a Burning Head right there. High ground's looking all right. We got some sneaky gets hanging out there. And we've almost gotten the Ikit Zap Zap Cannon offline, right? All right, let's get into the secondary. Unfortunately, the Burning Head just cooked all my own units. Classic. And we do have Deathmaster a little bit trapped up here, which is good. Magma Cannons are still roasting away. So we do get the Ikits offline, so now we can start shooting at other things. So let's get these 4 and 6 to go here. Keep chasing this army down, and in the meantime, we just need to get away with our Chowie character. All right, so let's get some infantry moving up. We were protecting our artillery, but it doesn't look like it's being dove super hard. So we need to just flee the scene. We need to just keep running with our character here, or else it's going to be bad news bears. So we're getting into the secondary. Magma Cannon shots are still shooting away, so let's get Clan Rats and Clan Rats. We have some respectable fighting on the outside, and here comes Deathmaster. It's Deathmaster in time. We do have a Wolf Rider popping up in a second, so hopefully that will help. We can do this, and yeah. I did not expect the dreaded Deathmaster. I did not. It caught me off guard, I have to say. All right, let's keep waddling. In the secondary, how are we doing? Magmas, shooting to Skaven Slaves, shooting to Clan Rats here. You guys can go fight there. We're massively behind on value. This is like a disaster. This is going to be an absolute massacre here. I am not prepared for this build. All right, let's get on Deathmaster again. If we can trap him back here, there's a small chance we can weasel our way back into the game. Like a very small chance, but let's go get on the Ikit Zap Zap Cannon and get you on the globes and you onto this. All right. Yeah, our Magma Cannons are losing the duels, which is like, we really, really put all our marbles into it. So it makes me think maybe I should have just gone wider or something. I don't know. But yeah, we've gotten onto that, which is excellent. And let's get you guys to fight here. Ikit is, not Ikit, but whatever the hell his name is. He's here cackling at us. And let's get you onto the Globadiers. Let's go get on the Death Globes. And we managed to get away with our character once again. So I'm going to save up for a big terror-causing monster to try and kill his lord. And maybe get lucky. So we got you guys back. Let's move you guys over this way. It's basically a disaster. Kind of like last game. Maybe that's like just how the Chowie are. You know, you're always clutching from these disastrous moments. All right, so the Jezzails have come back online. Let's see if we can find a little sneaky to get them. So we're going to move up and up. and go through here. Get this character moving, get you in there, and hopefully we can just get in there. Yeah, see what happens. Let's do a little bit of that. It's a weird burning head angle, but it could work out. And Deathmaster's trapped. We do not have any like cheap characters. I unfortunately brought only the big Chung guy. So we're going to have some issues actually getting kills here. Oh, where the hell did those wolves come from? Oh my god, they're just like, came out of nowhere. Alright, high ground point looking like an absolute L. And we weren't able to shut down the Jezzail, so it's just looking grim. It's looking very grim. We did get a cute little burning head right there, and a couple of these guys are doing it, but we're going to move back there and hopefully get in and maybe kill something here. I don't know. Alright, so you guys squeak through, and we have the man back here, so he's there. Let's get the Demon's Tongue to come run him over, so we're going to go full speed ahead. So now, yeah, our entire build was just countered. He had like the answers. He must know that I'm a magma enjoyer, because he was like super teched into killing magmas. Which, you know, he doesn't play like a lot of the other Skaven players do, which is spamming hordes of clan rats. Like, he's using a more traditional mixed arm build, which is very nice. Yep, so we're grinding on the point a little bit. Am I lagging? Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's me who's lagging. Lovely. So I might need to reset the stream for a moment afterwards and adjust my bitrate, because it's pretty atrocious. It's pretty atrocious. Yep, it's actually me for once. Hopefully, it's holding. It's holding barely. It is. I know, it's trying. It's. I feel bad for my opponent here for sure. Okay, so 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and reset the stream like mid-game, since this game is already looking pretty over here. I don't think it would be a problem to do that. So we're gonna keep hunting you guys, yeah, and keep the character going here. Got some random dudes around. Deathmaster's getting hunted, but seems to be hanging in there okay. All right, so let's cruise back this way. High ground point, can we do anything there? We got some wolf riders, let's go get them to go grab that if we can. It's really bad today, man. Whatever's going on with the local internet is really, really terrible. All right, burning heads, you know, let's not give up. You never know. Sometimes, like, weird things can happen. We're going to try and get some terror routes going right here, and that is going to be a cleansing rune, so that's going to be very good. Yeah, Skaven have always been just so good against Chowie, man, and he's playing super well, so I'm not sure how I can really turn this around. We got the Jezzails here. Let's go get on those. The train is roasting. Let's go see if we can get this high ground point at least. So these guys will fight. Train's going to roll this way. Yeah, it's definitely GG. I'll play it out a little bit longer just to see if we can make anything happen, but I seriously doubt it. Our build was just so countered. We couldn't do much. 1 sec. So I am going to reset the stream real quick. So there's going to be a drop just for a moment, and then we should be okay. Okay, let me know when we're back. I think we should be okay. We got that going. Let's get the Wolf Riders. Hopefully that hangs in there. This Chaos Dwarf Sorcerer Prophet actually putting up a good fight here for sure. I guess going with Chowie Infantry might be better. Yeah, just going for the Chowie Zar Troopers. Trying to hold that way. We're drowning in rats. We sure are. Deathmaster is actually taking a bit of a beating from my character there, which I'm reasonably surprised about. Let's get huge. Move over to the side point here. Grab this. On the high ground, we got Wolf Riders, which are just getting horribly hunted. Let's get our train down here. Let's go full power. Is it back? We're still here? Okay, good. I reset it, so hopefully the bitrate won't have any issues from here on out. I tried to put it high, but I think my ISP has like throttled us here. God, this matchup is so cursed. It's funny because they're so off meta, Skaven. I was like, oh, we're not going to run into them today, but we sure did. All right, so yeah, I don't know if that'll hit anything, but yeah, we're basically just toast here. We managed to accrue a little bit of value back. Deathmaster actually took a bit of a beating from that Chowie Lord, which is cool, but we basically just have the Demon's Tongue. GG. He played super well, man. Very clean game. Very clean game. That was just pure Chowie punishment. GG. Gotcha. And you. Yeah, I think I have to change my approach to that matchup. Like, I just think that did not work. The Magma Cannons just got annihilated by the Jezzails. Part of it is probably Itza being a problem for us, because it's so small that the Jezzails can close the distance. Otherwise, maybe your Magmas could out-trade there. Okay. Yeah, we got to go to the drawing board on that build. That did not work at all. Yeah, I don't think it's lagging anymore. I think we're okay. It looks like a little bit, but hopefully it'll be better. I don't know how to win that matchup. I really don't. Maybe you just got to go like rush. So let's theorycraft a little bit while we're waiting for the next round. So thankfully we have really good tiebreakers. We have Charix and Serkia. So our odds of top 4 are still decent. They're decent. Okay, so let me look here. Is this looking good? Okay, so that's going to get reported. Still a handful of games to be played since that was very quickly. Yeah. So Charix is saying to me, he's like, I played it before with another player. He's saying it's very Skaven favored, the matchup. I was asking him, I was like, how the hell do you beat Skaven with Chaos Dwarves? Maybe you got to train cheese, but then even the Zap Cannon and the Jezzail should be able to punish him. I did go wide Gobos, and they get folded up pretty hard. The Clan Rats are superior units to Goblins. For 300 gold, they'll trade evenly. For a 100 gold, more expensive unit. Eric, thank you for the tenor. Always awesome to catch you live. I'll miss hearing you complain about... I know, Carl Francis' HP is finally good. Nothing to complain about here. All right, so I think we legit have to go Sorcerer Prophet of Death. Or with Burning Head, excuse me. I think this is just the way. Like, flying overhead and causing havoc. We can get rid of the Vial of HASHUT, go Bale Taurus. I thought wide would be better, but... yeah, seriously. And you did great. I'm just telling him, dude, good job. You played a great game. So, do we just have to go wide with Chowie armor like this and just armor check them? I don't know. So we bring a Sorcerer Prophet and Chorf Warriors. And then aside from that, we definitely max out on Wolf Riders. You have to have those en masse. I think the initial Skirmishing Corps is really good in the beginning. I think you got to do that. It almost makes me think, do we go with Bull Centaur Renders with like shields? Or do we just go Train Cheese and go like double train, right? So we go Chowie Warrior and go double Iron Demon or something. But I think the trains will just get punished too hard by the shooting. So we do this. Then maybe Bull Centaurs with shields is kind of a cute idea with a couple Goblin Laborers. No, Blunderbusses are terrible against Skaven. They're just going to swarm you with crappy units, and they're going to outshoot you. Yes. So here's what Charix said. He said, I think it depends on the map. If you can hide rockets behind some trees, you can win. But if there's nowhere to hide, you have no chance, basically. So on that map, I mean, we can kind of hide a rocket, but yeah, it wouldn't have enough range to even shoot his artillery. So it's basically GG is what he's saying. Yeah, that's a hard one. I don't know how to win that. Could try something else here, like a Kadai Rush. That's really getting desperate. So maybe we cut you guys and get like double render with shield, and then forego the skirmishing and just get a couple Wolf Riders. Yeah, maybe the double like Goon Squad is the way to do it. So you do that, and then you just get like a cheap one, like a Bale Taurus, and you go cheese the weapons teams and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I need to have it in my repertoire if the dreaded Skaven players start to rise from the ashes. You definitely want some sneaky gets. I think they're a must-take. As far as trains go, I felt a little bit underwhelmed about them. To be honest, I wasn't too happy with their performance. I think just basic goblins will do the trick. It also depends on the map, right? Like on a big map, we're going to get shot to pieces. On like a Haunted Vale or something, our army's going to get obliterated by the Skaven. Yeah, you could do like a mass leadership push. Like, yeah, you totally could. They do well. Yeah, Charix and I are chatting about the matchup. He's got some good insight for sure. He's got some great insight. Chaff and Bull Rush, yeah, you could do that. Like a Chaff, like dual axe rush. Try and overwhelm the front line. How would you actually feasibly build that? So you would go laborers. You would like give them a taste of their own like terrible units, right? Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Who would win? Ironsides would win for sure. Stormtroopers lose everything. Bull Centaur axe rush like this. Kind of feels fun, honestly. I don't know how good it would be, but you know, maybe this would catch Skaven off guard. Maybe. Like an opening like this, and then you could go for Lord of Fire to like burn down their front line and just push through. On an Itza build, this might actually be pretty good. And then your first calling could be like a bull character. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. It hasn't been explored. It would need to be explored. It could just get annihilated as well. So let's see how our tiebreakers are doing. Currently, Outer Region is undefeated, I believe. And let's see who else is. Let me tell my opponent to report it. We're also brother. All right. So let's see if he's going to report that. We'll be moving on to the next round shortly. I could test it with him. I don't know if he's still in the lobby. No, he's gone now. Okay, so we probably couldn't drag him back in. Maybe hiding a Death Shriek in the tree wouldn't be terrible, but I guess if you're going full aggro, your whole game plan is pedal to the metal, right? Gordo's backstabber would get his butt kicked by Deathmaster. Hey, Eric, thanks for becoming a member. Greatly appreciate it, man. Welcome, welcome. I'm currently tuning in from San Diego on a work trip. Hotspotting off your phone. Hell yeah, dude. Worth it. I was just down in Lake Forest recently. That's where the Old World tournament is that I play in. We had some really good matches. There's another one coming up. Bull Centaurs should beat Rat Ogres. I mean, they literally cost twice as much. But by how much is the question. Bull Centaurs also have missile resists. You could arguably go for the shielded variant too, but these guys butcher through Clan Rats like really effectively, right? So maybe you just make like a really gross Death Star, right? Or do we go even cheesier? All right, hear me out. So if we're going like Omega cheese, we do like something like this. Yeah, and then we can get some like laborers. And we just have this like goon squad that like rolls through and stomps everything. It's kind of like the train spam, but with Bull Centaurs instead. Yeah, the orc laborers are not very good against Gaven because you're paying for AP. The goblin laborers are much better in that matchup. Tomoko, thank you for becoming a channel member. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we had some good games though. We had some good games today so far. Potentially an opportunity as we move into the last round here of making top 4. If Sergio wins and if Prime wins, and obviously Charix wins their next game, then we're going to be pretty pimping. We're going to be in pretty good shape for a top 4. Not a new member. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I could have sworn you were a member before. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, new card member. You got it. You got it. I'll show you guys the Chowie army I'm thinking about for tabletop too. So let me show you this. The Old World. So if you guys have any interest in Old World, we'll be starting our channel around the end of summer. That's kind of the game plan. We're printing out terrain and getting all the battlefields ready and painting. But this app is really good. It's called the Old World Builder, Old-World-Builder. It's amazing. So you can see the armies I'm working on right now. So we have our Chaos Dwarf army, which is pretty cool. I'll walk you through it. Should be fun. Hey, Carl, do whatever's best for you, dude. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So we have a Sorcerer Prophet, and he is going to be on foot, technically. He can ride the Bale Taurus, but I wanted to go a little bit wider. So he is going to be on foot. And he is going to be riding on a magic carpet, which is hilarious. So you can give your Sorcerer Prophet a magic carpet to fly around on, which gives him flying. So it makes him maneuverable and really dynamic for magic, right? On top of that, we have a Black Orc War Boss. So in tabletop, the Chaos Dwarves can bring a War Boss. You can bring like Greenskin Lords, some. So we have a War Boss who's a raid boss. He's on a Wyvern and he's got some insane items. So he's like our carry character. 367 points, way cheaper than a dragon, and honestly, he can go fisticuffs with a dragon and hold his own for like half the cost. So we have the War Boss. We also have a basic Demonsmith Sorcerer. Now, the reason we have the basic Demonsmith Sorcerer is because they have this rule called Infernal Engineering, which means nearby artillery, you can re-roll Scatter or Arty dice, which is really fun. So, yeah, it's nice. So having him sit by the artillery and just cast magic missiles is very good. Core is going to be a Black Orc mob, so we have 10 Black Orcs with full plate armor, which is going to be awesome. I haven't decided what weapon kit I want to give them, but we have Black Orcs. So in tabletop, you can take elite Greenskin Infantry too. You can take Black Orc mobs. They're awesome. So he's going to be there. We got 2 units of Infernal Guard with the Fireglaves. The Fireglaves are pretty good. They're like handguns, but they don't take a penalty for moving and shooting. And on top of that, they have strength 5 attacks. So they're very good. They're like halberds on guns. I think they're a really good core piece for sure. 1 unit of Cutthroats just to fill out our core. You know, we have a Hobgoblin unit. Aside from that, we have an Iron Demon. Iron Demons are super cool. In tabletop, they have a ton of rules. They have impact hits like chariots. They stomp you, then try and run you over in combat. And they have a Hellblaster Volley Gun on top. So the Iron Demons have like the same rules as a Hellblaster Volley Gun, but it's not quite as powerful as a Hellblaster Volley Gun, but close. Bull Centaur Render and a Dreadquake Mortar. Dreadquake Mortars are really awesome. They have the special rule here. Check this out. So you get a 5-inch blast template, which is huge. They can potentially do D6 wounds to the primary target that's underneath your blast box. And they have the Quake rule, which is really cool. So the Quake rule means enemies within 2d6 of the impact zone, they lose -1 movement, which is huge. So, you know, that's big. If a unit has 4 movement, it goes down to 3, which is big in tabletop. And they can't use Swift Stride. Swift Stride is a really good rule that makes your units like really quick. So basically, if you're playing Bretonia and you manage to get like a good Dreadquake, you shut down their cab play for like a turn or two. Yeah, blunderbusses are really good. I've thought about that, combining the Infernal Guard into a unit of 20 like this, and then giving them the blunderbusses instead, the Hail Shot blunderbuss, which is totally a viable option. I could do that, right? Just cut this, and then we would just cut the little hobgoblins, go blunderbusses, and we could give them a standard bearer for a magical standard. And we could do the Ashen Banner, so they're -1 to hit and shooting, but shooting isn't like super good anyways. You could give them the Blazing Banner, so they do flaming attacks, which is really nice, because that means if you're shooting a big monster, it can't regenerate. But that's basically the other option. I'm thinking about doing blunderbusses, like a brick of 20, because that weapon has some really badass rules. Let me show you guys here. So if you go to the blunderbuss, it is here. And you have the Hail Shot blunderbuss. Yeah, I can't see it on here for some reason. But it basically is a 12-inch shot, and it just fires like 1,000,000 shots and is really strong. Dude, Taurox, Beastmen are like god tier. They're like top 2 factions in Old World. The Beastmen and Warriors of Chaos are like just really strong, and Tomb Kings also. I would say those are the top 3 factions in Old World. Probably Warriors of Chaos are just disgustingly cheesy because their dragon is unkillable, and then you have Beastmen at probably number 2, followed up by Tomb Kings at number 3. I would say, yeah. All right, back to Total War Warhammer. Hopefully, you guys don't mind the random ranting about Old World. No, the cows are really good. In the last tournament, we had like 3 cows who were just dominating. They were really good. All right, a couple games left to finish. We're gonna see how this all unfolds here. And let's do it. Let's do it. Is that game finished? Is it? Yeah, looks like it is. Charix won, out of region 1. We got 2 games left to go. All right, so it should be done in the next 5 minutes or so. No, Beastmen are god tier. Their rules are insane. I run 10 Brigands with blunderbusses in my Bretonian Exiles list, and they punch so hard above their weight. Yeah, you know, maybe I'll have to try that. Bretonia is a good faction. Bretonia is like a fair and balanced mid-tier faction. If we were, I wish somebody had like a tier list like thing already set up for Warhammer. I could do a tier list of all the factions in my opinion. Although I've only played against like maybe 60-70% of the factions in Old World, so yeah, I know the best ones. Empire is hands down the worst faction in the game. I don't know what they were doing. They just don't have any cool special rules. Their units are overcosted. The Empire is really haggard. Really haggard. They literally have no way of killing a big dragon, like, unless you roll really hot. It's because here's the thing: you shoot a cannon at a dragon from the Empire. Okay. Not only do you have to roll like 2 dice to hit it and roll appropriately, but after you roll those 2 dice, you have to roll a 2 to wound, which is possible. But then the dragon literally is going to get a 6-up, a 5-up, and a 5-up. It's so dumb. It's like impossible to get a cannon wound through a dragon in Old World. Unless it's like just a normal monster that doesn't have a 5-up ward and 5-up regen, but against like overpowered dragons, like cannons are just useless. And that's what they're supposed to be good against. I'm going to go refill my water. Be right back. All right, I'm back, baby. I think we're about ready. All right, let's see what's cracking. Let's refresh that. All right. How would I build an Old World army without knowing the rules? I have 1,000-point Chaos Warriors, but I don't know where to go from there. Yeah, I mean, it's tricky. You could just input the models that you have and click on the things that you think looks fun, and then you can start to learn the rules from there. It's a pretty easy game to get into in some ways, but the model accessibility is the biggest problem. It's a big, big problem. Yeah. The thing is, from what I've seen, is that people want to buy the Games Workshop models, but they're just not accessible, at least here in the States. So a lot of people do resort to like 3D printing and whatnot. Any new player stuff on Total Tavern? I think we have one. Let me see. So let's look at the upcoming tournaments. Sorry about the long wait time. I just got punished really quickly that game, so we have to wait here. All right, so we got my tournament right here. There's another SFT tomorrow at 4 o'clock, so that's a little bit late for Europeans. Sun Tzu has a tournament. They are hosting one on the 11th. It's a much more in-depth format, and we have a new player land battle stream being hosted by Tactical Lich. Okay, so yeah, you can see all this coming up here. So yeah, a lot of fun events on the horizon, which is great. A lot of good events, and probably there will be some new player events as well. So. Hey, Serkia's #1 here. All right. That was the Empire player we played earlier. Here's Charix right here, lurking in the shadows. Let's get it, man. Let's see how we're looking. Having horrible allergies today. Goodness gracious. Where do you even get factions like Chaos Dwarves? Yeah, it's hard. They're like, you have to get them secondhand, or people do 3D print them as well, from what I've seen. All right, so we're waiting for Bongo and Nani Yori to finish their match. Yes. Rise. Want to do 1v1 land battle? I would do one in between the next game. We're about to start the next round. Yeah. It's insane, yeah. I mean, Old World is really in demand. Apparently it's selling like hotcakes. The game system's really fun. It's a really good game system. I think in Old World, if you nerf dragons, like maybe make a special rule where dragons are not allowed to have like ward saves and regen saves or something. I don't know. They need to just nerf the dragon mounted characters. Those are just super broken. And Empire needs a little bit of milk. Dwarves are weird. Dwarves they're definitely on the lower end of the spectrum, but regular dwarves, but they can still win. They're not as bad as the Empire. Yeah. Ares, not at the one I go to. Yeah. Wish Torox had a model. Does Torox the Brass Bull not have a model? Brass Bull model. Oh, it looks like he has one. Or are these all like... Oh, it looks like these are like people making their own version. Okay. Oh, it looks pretty cool. This is like a custom model on Reddit here. Yeah. Very fun. I tried to play High Elves yesterday. I did. Yeah, you could increase their cost. There needs to be some special rules about like what dragon-mounted characters can equip. I think that's a big problem. Hero Hammer has always been a big problem for fantasy battles. Yeah, so there's a couple solutions. I think you can lower the amount of points people can spend on characters to really like punish them. So maybe they only, instead of 50% of your army on characters, I don't know, 33%. So you could still fit in some powerful characters, but not like... You couldn't have a big dragon character and a high-level wizard. You would have to choose between the two of them, right? Or you just put restrictions on behemoths, make it so behemoths aren't allowed to have ward save. Something like that. I don't know. There's a lot of options that GW could go with, I think. And hopefully they will. Hopefully they will. I mean, there already was one FAQ. It happened pretty quickly. Okay. That's how we looking. And all right, I think we're all set. Let me check this player real quick. Just got to fix the score before we advance, and it looks like the next round is ready. I love the Old World, dude. It's my favorite game to play. Like, I have full on... I just don't touch 40k anymore. I just love Old World. It's so fun. Chaos Army provides awards, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's the problem, but they could still buy the Amulet of Destiny as well as or Amulet of Protection plus the Crown to get that, both of them, even without that, so... How did you change your background image in this game? You just click the little slider in the bottom. I think. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Sorry, this one. Oh, that's so old. Oh, God. It's like history. Well, it's like we're going through time. Rakarth. Yeah, he had a cool one. I think the Chaos Dwarves is one of the coolest ones. That one is really good. I think that's who we should have on today. Okay, why is this not loading? Weird. Oh, here we go. Let's fix that. I just haven't watched many battle reports. Tempted to get in. Yeah, greenskins are pretty accessible too. Because like pretty much the entire greenskin range is in Age of Sigmar, so you can just buy those models and put them on square bases and you're going to be fine. Sorry guys, just got to update one player score before we advance the round. Yeah. Come on, baby. Professor Opponent and I have been playing a lot of what's it called? A lot of Company of Heroes. It's pretty fun. No, it's my fault out of reach, and I crashed it on accident. It'll be back up in a second. Yeah. I could always fix their score for the next round. It doesn't really have any bearing on the event, but, you know, it could. All right, so we just need to give Total Tavern a second to come back. I accidentally clicked something that, you know, it's a solid website, but it is built on a system that, you know, can get bogged down sometimes. We tried. 40K is very focused on competitive side of the game. Yeah. What I really dislike about 40K is how important first turn is, or at least that's how it was back in the day. I don't know about 10th edition, but personally, I can't stand that. Like, I remember seeing a ton of tournament games decided by some neckbeard getting first turn and just crushing someone else, and it was just like, okay, this is lame. Whereas in old world, shooting is nowhere near as good, which I like. Shooting is viable and can be very strong in certain situations, but it's nowhere near as good. Yeah, we might stream Company of Heroes again. Yeah. Single pre-built army. Yeah, we could try that. I think it'd be fun. All right, so it looks like it's all coming back now. I think we're all right. The bracket hopefully hasn't disappeared into the Shadow Realm. No, I didn't try and... I clicked on a player's profile on the back end of the website, and unfortunately the way the website was built is that it tries to load like every single match they've ever played as it's loading their profile, so that creates like a huge bog down on the website, and it's just how the system is. So yeah, hopefully it'll come back here in a second. Just give it a second, guys. Hang tight, goblins. We'll be starting the next round in just a moment, assuming it all comes back. Yeah, 40K is very terrain dependent, which I don't like, you know. Especially since I was always on the receiving end of just getting shot to pieces playing Death Guard. And Death Guard and 10th edition are awful too. They're just not fun to play. Yeah, first turn advantage is rough. It is. Especially in shooting heavy games. But that's what's cool about Old World. I don't care at all if I go second in Old World. I'm like, all right, that's fine. You know, it's not going to be an issue. Yeah, there's times where half your army is gone because the guy with the glass cannon army got to go first, I know. Come on, you can do it, Tavern. Fight! Fight hard! Okay. Let's see if it wants to load right now. Yeah, Jeremy, you're correct. If you lose most of your army in first turn, it's either due to poor army deployment or bad terrain, 100%. But it just sucks that you have to play that way. It's like, oh, I'm just going to hide my entire army behind these two stupid buildings, and just like, it's this weird KG game that I don't find very fun. Yeah, with good terrain, you can totally play those factions and do fine. Man. Okay. So we got that. I guess I'll just fix that one later. And let's advance the Swiss. So looks fine. Here we go. Morty and Typhus to be competitive. I do have them. I pretty much have all the Death Guard stuff. Oh, website, please don't explode. You can do it. I can like hear it chugging right now. Is the build-up strategy? It's not dead, but it's nowhere near as good. I've never liked the build-up strategy. I always felt it was kind of like risky. But yeah, some people do it. Tim the Wilder is mainly one of the only ones who I see do it regularly. The next AoE 4. I'm thinking in the next few days we'll do an AoE stream. Are dwarfs number 1 now? No, dwarves are fine. They're a mid-tier faction. They're fair and balanced. They're fair and balanced. Come on. Man, website's really struggling right now, dude. Do you believe in love after love? Come on, you can do it. We're going to see if we can get these brackets through. I think a lot of people are refreshing the website right now, too, trying to see it. Have they released the new Age of Sigmar edition, 4th edition yet? I'd be curious to see what people think about that. I've heard mixed opinions on it. I did give Age of Sigmar a chance, as much as I jump on it here on the channel. But it, never called to me, the Sigmarines. Empire is terrible in Old World. Oh yeah, their troops suck. Their artillery, war machines got heavily nerfed. Their characters are mediocre. Just everything is, and they don't have any special rules. You know, that's the thing. All right, we loaded, baby. Let's go. I did it. We're live. Total Tavern's like, she can take it. All right, let's get Chromo. Chromo's one of our map makers, actually. Made some great maps. All right, let's find Chromo. Hey. Okay, let's see how this goes. And the map is going to be, hopefully not Itza again. We had a very traumatic engagement on old Itza. We are going to be on Borderlow Landing, which is definitely a much better Chowie map, I think. Here we are. And we're ready to go. June likely for 4th. Got it. I hate the melee armies rules in it. Yeah, you know, I don't know. Age of Sigmar never called to me. I really gave it a chance. I played in tournaments. I played in several leagues down in LA. I couldn't. That's, yeah, I don't know. It never tickled my pickle. Ooh, Warriors of Chaos versus Chowie. This is interesting. I don't really know what to expect here. All right. So, sounds good. Looks like we got a walk player doing well. He's 2-1 today, so on a pretty good run, it would appear. I'm just making sure they're on walk. It looks like that's going to be the case. All right. So that looks good to me. And what are we going to be experiencing here? I'm going to bring some cool stuff that I think is going to be good. And we do want to bring that, of course. Okay. So for the front line, we're going to bring, it's labor in time. It's definitely labor in time. Astro Chad could be viable here. I still think the big Bellator's character is probably the best bet. He's going to be very solid. And we'll bring 2 of these, my favorite units. This is probably my favorite unit on the roster for Chaos Dwarves. You're going to see it soon. Yes. The tournament's going really good. We're in round 4. A Hell Cannon. Hell Cannons in tabletop are really memey. Like, they're very powerful if they shoot, but every time you shoot them, you have to roll several dice. And if you fail your rolls, the demon possessing the Hell Cannon... Carl, I'll take a look at that after the stream. Thanks for the heads up. But yeah, every time you do something with them, basically, there's a chance that shit's going to go really bad. And the Hell Cannon's going to go charge into melee combat, which is really funny. Or sometimes it eats one of your crew members. Very, very good flavor, for sure. It's pretty funny. Do you believe in love after love? What other troopers would we want to bring against walk? I mean, they could have like a Festus build, like a Festus character blob on the middle could be pretty formidable, but I don't know. I'm not too worried about old Festus here. So we got you and you. Yes, I think that's going to be pretty good. So they got Rot Knights. Rot Knights are a thing that we have to respect. Put some respect on those Rot Knights. And let's get you and just did a little bit of this for some skirmishing. All right. I don't know what's going on for us. Maybe the apocalypse is coming. All the internet connectivity around the world is struggling. So they can't bring Pestigors and Zangors. It's going to be warriors of various types or marauders, right? So that is what we need to prepare for. I think we're adequately covered in that department. The pain trains are actually not bad against Warriors of Chaos. I think having 1 pain train is probably a good idea. Yeah, and cool. I think this is a good enough build. I think it's going to be adequate. So let's get a couple of you little sneaky gremlins and call it a day. All right. So this is a fun build. This is like a little bit of a flavor build too. So I think you guys will appreciate it. It's not going to be the sweatiest, but it does have some sweat elements mixed in. If only the Kadai Destroyer was a little bit better. It's just so janky. It's just very Jankimus Prime. All right, so for you, let's throw in one of you guys. Looking fine. And then throw in these guys. Cool. That'll do, pig. That'll do. It's Y2K all over again. Oh my God. I remember being at a New Year's party on Y2K and like, as a kid, I think I was like 12, yeah. There was actually legitimately people who thought like the internet and all that was gonna go. Yeah. Yeah, some Age of Sigmar models are amazing. I agree. I agree. I like my power fantasy is that that effort had just been put into reinvigorating Warhammer Fantasy, but the thing about Age of Sigmar is it's a very good beer and pretzels game. It's very easy to learn. It's very simplistic, and of course, it can be harder as you get to higher levels in play in tournaments, and there is a fair amount of competitive, I guess, elements to it. But it's very easy to get into, right? Whereas if you bring someone who hasn't played a tabletop war game in and try and teach them to play Old World or Warhammer Fantasy, and it's just like, oh my god, it's a lot. It's a lot. So I understand the pivot, right? It's a more accessible game. That's for sure. I've used Kadai Destroyers. The fact that I have a chance at qualifying for top 4 here, though, means I'm going to try and win. And the Kadai Destroyer is a very risky pick. Chromo is a good player, so yeah. I mean, obviously, we're 2-1, so we're playing somebody else who's 2-1 too, right? Okay, so the build, one of my favorite playstyles is just to have a bunch of laborers, and then you have some badass fire glaives shooting behind them. It's very fun. So we're going to do this and this, and we're going to get the fire glaives, and they can also protect your backfield from getting dove by like actual good units, cavalry and chaos knights and whatever. Magma cannons are really good here. I think against Warriors of Chaos, they can shoot the horsemen and also just put a lot of pressure on the army. So 2, we're going to get our 1 Wolf Rider out here. And we're gonna do it. I love magma cannons. They're really good. And Chaos can't snipe me with cannons, so I can have the advantage here. Yeah, double turn is probably my least favorite part of Age of Sigmar. I think it's not fun. I understand you can play around it, but it's just like, I don't know. It just seems janky, if you ask me. Oh, man, internet's really being a wiener today, I must say. 4 and 5. All right. So here we go, baby. You expected a line of blasting charges? Chaos Dwarves can't bring that many blasting charges. They can bring some. All right, so we got Valkia here, and we're going to go grab this point out there, and we're going to waddle up to the middle. And truly, I do mean waddle. Chaos Dwarves are very slow. And you can see the meta, of course, is now grabbing the points quickly. I do like that. I think it's fun. It gets the game going. It gets the action going a little bit quicker here. So let's go see if we can mitigate that. Oh, that was a close one. We almost got you there. Almost got you. All right, so we're going to try and get that point. We're going to park you on the edge here. It's Valkia and a Metal Caster. Final Transmutation with Skull of Gatam. So going to be trying to goon my lord here, basically. Yeah. This map has the dreaded pillar, though. It's very troll. All right, so let's get this and this. But eventually they're going to have to come out from hiding one of these days. All right, let's get a breath attack on them here. And unfortunately, they are going to get the point, it looks like, unless I get there. Oh, I managed to stop them from capping the point. Great. So we got the breath attack. Valkia is going to get spear leeched, because why the hell not? And we're going to keep moving up here. Keep our Wolf Riders up on the point here, so we did mitigate that cap, which is outstanding. Let's bring you forward. We just have to make sure we don't blob up, because if we blob up, we're going to have a bad time. A lot of Marauders with Great Opens are on the way in. Valkia used her Demon Shield to mitigate that. Interesting. That's wild. Yeah, right. Cool. And now we need to get some like actual infantry in, so we're going to call in some Chowie Warriors just to help out a little bit. And we are shooting Valkia with the pistol, and the Magma Cannons can start shooting here and here. We're going to start blasting those guys. Meanwhile, we move up ever so slightly. Just try and value trade here. Valkia is getting poked a little bit, which is nice. We can take some Hobo Goblins, use them to defend back here if need be. And get these Chowie Warriors getting ready to party. And also, we probably need to get just a chaff unit on the back objective, just to make sure we don't lose it to some random shit. All right. So Valkia is getting hunted, and Magma Cannons can start shooting into the Marauders with Great Opens now. So let's do this, and let's go ahead and do this. And pull you guys back ever so slightly. Bealtor's character, he's almost ready to party. I think there's going to be a little bit of play on my back point, but I'm not sure. And cool. All right, so let's see what kind of demolish we can get with the Magmas. I really want to feast. And we're going to go jump those Marauders with my Bealtor's dude. And yeah, now the Warriors are on the way up. Oh, a little bit of sneaky here in the backfield. All right, so we're going to go do this. And we're going to attack here. And yeah, we need to value trade. Can't really afford to be losing my back objective here. And now we see a lot of horsemen coming out. So we should be able to counter them pretty effectively here with some good surrounds. So we're going to go push those. Bealtor's character has gotten in the front. And you can shoot Valkia. In the meantime, the Chaos Sorcerer is getting popped in the face. And the sneaky back cap here is very, very good. I do dig it. All right, so let's move you up. Do this. Bealtor's character routing a lot of these guys off. Whoa, what the hell was that damage? Oh my god, something did a lot of damage there. I don't know what that was, but it was something nasty. And cool, we're getting shots there. Skull of Catan is on the way. The Magma Cannon is still very much online, so let's start shooting these guys. And keep chasing the horsemen. And keep chasing the horsemen here. We got you turned about face, and you guys can move up and fight. And the Bellator's character has done some good routing, but we need to get him back now, for sure. All right, so let's get this. Keep these fire glaives moving up, and we can shoot that sorcerer up in the sky. We're doing pretty good on value trading. Pretty much the entire Horseman Corps has been routed. Valkia is probably going to get one of these, but my opponent is going to lose all these Marauder Horsemen, so it's actually ends up being a respectable trade for us, I would say. All right. So fire glaives, let's get this. Let's get you guys moving up here and get this character to go and try and get you. We can Spirit Leech you in the meantime. And then we go down here. All right, great. So the backfield has been stabilized more or less. Valkia is getting hunted. Those horsemen are getting chased, and we can get you here, and your fire glaives can start shooting those Chaos Warriors and park up on that point. All right, so we did get hit with that big final transmutation, which is going to be nasty. Value trading's pretty even, though. My opponent playing very, very well. It's a very solid game, by the way. Very solid. We do have some horsemen randomly sitting back here. Let's get the fire glaives to knock them offline. One magma cannon straight up just outright died, which is not good for us. Do we have a pain train? I didn't bring a pain train. Let's get some blunderbusses just to mow these guys down really quick. And yeah, hopefully that will help. But yeah, the Bellator's character is actually getting whooped on a little bit. I don't know by what. By the Chaos Sorcerer? Oh, it's a Chaos Feral Manticore. Okay, that's what it is. All right, I was wondering what that was. Let's get you guys in here. Manticore did get rampaged a little bit. On the outside, these are going to be Chaos Warriors, so a shit ton of armor is on the way in. And we do manage to get those offline. All right, so now we need to probably pull you guys back. The Magma Cannon shoot into the Chaos Warriors. Do this, and let's go ahead and let's save up for like a big Bull Centaur character. I think that's going to be good. We'll just nail Valkia again, and you guys fight there. Pull back. Magma Cannon keeps shooting, and Fire Glaives. We might need to try and hurt Valkia here. Did she pop Demon Shield? She did not. All right, yeah, I'm definitely losing this game. This is better for my opponent. They're playing very, very well. Okay, so we got the blunderbusses. Let's see if we can rip the game back somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to figure something out quick. Valkia is getting attacked. Magma Cannons are getting roasted. And the front line is obviously very dodgy as well. So yeah, we're behind, like, really hard here. It's going to take some very good fortune to get back in this game. It's going to take some good fortune. I think I went a little bit too hardcore on the shooting and didn't have enough in the way of, like, actual stopping power. Like, Bull Centaurs would really be good against my opponent's build here. It'd be very nice. We're going to like roll up there and see if we can get lucky. Now, first call-in is going to be the big ROR Bulls here, I think is going to be the play. Let's shoot you guys back here. Bellator's characters duking it out with Valkia. And it's not going super well, but we do have the blunderbusses, so we should be able to nuke this. And let's get some of the shooting here. Those blunderbusses will melt that Manticore pretty damn hard, is what I'm thinking. And now do we have the big Minotaurs? All right, we will very soon, and 1900. All right, let's bring it in. Let's get you around here and get in the HASHUT Stark Ravagers. This is what we needed like 10 years ago, because we just have like, yeah, really a lot of suboptimal fights. All right, so we break through that front line here. Now it's going to be Skull Crushers of Khorne. Yeah, too much shooting, I think. Too much shooting, that's for damn sure. And Valkia, if we can get her too. HASHUT Stark Ravagers will come over here and clear all these Chaos Warriors, but the problem is it's going to take a long time for that to work. So we need to get you around there. Okay. How are we looking? Yeah, we're hanging in there. I mean, we do manage to get one of the Manties down. Let's see if we can get Valkia and get lucky. So we're going to go ahead and fight Valkia here while her back is turned. Let's get some of these Wolf Riders over there. Goblins are doing their thing. Let's get you on the capture. And that is going to be a very good Sleipnir. So does she have the Demon Shield? I don't know if she does. But that is a bunch of shooting coming up this way. And hopefully we can get lucky and win this here. All right, blunderbusses, can you shoot? Can you guys fire? Fire your guns, little buddies. You can do it. I believe in you. We need to get some points back here. All right, so the downtown shooting is good. Blunderbusses just, for some reason, aren't able to shoot here. Valkia is going to get some right now. She should get at least a little bit. Yeah, there they go. All right, so if we can break Valkia, maybe we can do something. I don't know. It's going to be incredibly difficult because we're, like, really, like, not doing well on ground here. So Valkia is almost dead. Does she have Demon Shield? No, she does not. So she's wavering, and the guns can start shooting at these guys. We do manage to kill Valkia, which is big. That's a potential weasel opportunity back in the game, right? HASHUT Stark Ravagers clearing out these Chaos Warriors. Should be able to get them onto the point here. Fire Glaives do their thing. And yeah, we do get the route on Valkia. So let's make sure to get the kill. Take down that Sorcerer too if we can. Let's shoot these. And we got some great weapons coming up. Yeah, I'm probably going to die from this. So let's get one more Spirit Leech on Valkia. Make sure to get the kill on her too. Yeah, that will heal me a little bit, which is good. Yeah, that's the one really nice thing. We do manage to get some big blunderbuss shots there. Our character is hanging in like champs, and we are capturing that objective. But the question is, do we have enough time to get the objectives? Probably not. It's going to be very tough. We need to start playing for a triple cap because we don't have a lot of time. We are about to recap our home objective, though, which is really good. So that feels nice. Let's get you up on the point here. Bellator's Chad is still hanging in there with 900 HP. Gotta love it. And let's come back here and start trying to wear these guys down. Maybe one magma cannon comes back online, who knows? And yeah, these guys are in the trees. What do we got here? We can just go attack those. Now we need to find a way to get back on the middle, right? We need to get that capture weight because we do not have a lot of time. But that's really big. Like killing Valkia and having all these elements being healthy is very, very strong. So let's get on the Fireglaves here. These are Chaos Warriors, so let's go ahead and breath attack them and pull the Fireglaves back. Magma Cannon can shoot here. Thankfully, these are Halberds, these Fireglaves. So let's get to the middle now. We're going to do that, and then we're going to go Spirit Leech this character. And the Magma Cannon is online again? It is. Let's start wasting those dudes right there. All right, so how are we looking in the bushes? Yeah, not super good. Not super good. We have a little bit of time. We do get one objective. HASHUT Stark Ravagers are going to be a pain to deal with, 100%. They're going to clear out a lot. My opponent doesn't have much left. If I wasn't so far behind in points, I would actually feel pretty confident that we win this. But we do get that nice shot there, pull you back. And in the woods, we have the Gobos rolling. So let's get those Gobos rolling. Yeah, we're going to get you guys like up in the trees, go that way, pull back and juke a little bit. The character is looking really beat up. Let's get these Fireglaves to finish off that Tzeentch Sorcerer. And on this back point, how are we going? We're doing all right. Let's go get those Chaos Warriors. And yeah, we could just take the fight here, I think, and just finish off his caster. He kind of doesn't have a whole lot left. I mean, we might just straight up win here with our Sorcerer, man. Let's go ahead and slow push. Let's go engage against these guys. And the Prophet finally broke. He tried his best, that's for damn sure. And in terms of magma-ing time, we have those big scaries in the backfield. The HASHUT Stark Ravagers, are these the anti-large cavalry? They are, but the HASHUT Stark Ravagers should straight up win that fight. All right, let's get up on that point. I'm really just putting my entire game on the back of HASHUT Stark Ravagers here. That's basically the entire match. Like they need to win for the Dark Father HASHUT. All right, so what do we got here? Do we have any like shooting to really deal with this? Not really. So unfortunately, the Magma Cannon is just gonna have to eat it. We got the doggo fight in the tree line, so the Chaos Warhounds with poison. Let's make sure we win that fight, and maybe can backcap here. So we're going to get two of them, and hopefully we can win that. I need my character to come back, though. If he routes, the leadership penalty I'm going to take from it is probably going to be too much. All right, so we got the cap here. We got you coming, too. On this point, we are being contested by some Chaos Warriors, so probably need to get a little bit of this just to be safe, and just park it here. How are we looking? All right, so the capture is coming back. We do not have a whole lot of time. We're going to get you guys over here, and the Wolf Riders, have they won their fight? Oh my god, these like Warhounds are just not hearing any bell whatsoever. Yeah, we have no way of dealing with those guys there either. All right, so let's get this, and let's get you, and get these guys to move up and shoot that. A little bit of bow fire never hurt anybody, so let's charge into those. Really close game, though. Yeah, we definitely got back in this. But the question is, do we have time? You know, we got these caps going on, which are good. We need to get on this, and yeah, these Wolf Riders not winning that fight there was very, very bad. We have another one in the wings, do we? I don't think I have any Vanguard units left. I'm pretty sure they're all out on the field. Yeah. Yeah, it's dodgy. We're probably going to lose that high ground fight. And the Bull Centaurs are slowly winning this one. Slowly but surely. Fireglave's also putting some very good fire support in. Oh boy. Okay. We might actually be in danger of losing that back point as well. And sadly, we just have nothing speedy. We're just going to have to send some Haggard Goblins over there and hope our dudes hold. Our character routing off hurts pretty bad. Pretty darn bad. We do finish those. So let's get these Gobos to come around here. Charge into the back of the Marauders. Let's see if we can get about face. And this point in the middle is going to go to us. So now you guys can waddle over there and help out, although we should stay on a little bit longer. On the back, the Hound Ninja might be able to get us. We're going to have a mobile unit here soon-ish. Yeah, this one is looking like it's going to be a hard grab. It's going to be a very, very tall order here. Yeah, well played. Really good game. This is a great one to end the stream on. Well, not end the stream, but end my play. I feel like Chaos Dwarves definitely can win this. I had some big blunders early that I think cost me. A little bit of misplay action. You know, we probably went too hard. Like 2 Fireglaves and 2 Cannons is too much. I think we had too much there, and it was not going to be enough. All right, so let's move here. Looking good on the back objective, and here the Ninja really seals the deal. It really seals the deal. GG, great game. He played really cool. Awesome build. It was a good game, dude. It's a good game. We tried. I think too much shooting, though. I got a little bit too erect for my shooting. I needed... the Bull Centaurs, man, they were really good. The Fireglaves did okay. I think just like double Magma is fine. But man, the HASHUT Stark Ravagers were just unstoppable against his build. He had no answers for them. Yeah, like barely any. Skull Crushers did pretty good too. GG, well played. That was a great game, Chromo. Yeah, too much shooting. He was able to swarm me. I had this and this. The character does good as always. I think that, yeah, we needed more aggression, more infantry, Bull Centaurs, that sort of thing. Those Bull Centaurs, they're not OP. They cost 2,000 gold, dude. They're really expensive. The magma cannon got killed by Valkia. Valkia is really good against artillery. Plus, she's hard to kill because she could pop her demon shield, so she did very good. So if I were to run that back, my build would probably be maybe double skirmisher to play against the guys, and then I would maybe even throw in a dual axe render in the beginning. I think I like that. Maybe just one magma cannon. Two felt a little bit heavy duty, so we could just like go something like this. This feels better. You know, I think that build's a bit stronger. And yeah, aside from that, we could probably bring one anti-large render. The HASHUT Stark Ravagers are really strong, though. They thump. Yeah, I just love Fireglaves. They're my favorite unit. I'm always lured into the trap of the Fireglaive. All right, so let's refresh this, see how we're looking in our top 4 for today's tournament. Thank you guys all for joining. Sorry if it's a little laggy. Yeah, I wish sometimes they do struggle to shoot Valkia. She's a small target. I noticed that they kept repositioning. GG, well played. For sure. And you played great. Okay, so what's it going to be here? Pone sent me a good replay. Somebody wanted to play a land battle, right? We could do that right now. Somebody wants to play a land battle game. I'll make a lobby. Yeah, because we have a little bit of time before the next round starts. So, Turin land battle. Come one, come all. Granite Guard are super cool. They are. So we played plenty of Chaos Dwarfs today. I think we've gotten our fix. I'm very happy with today's event, though. We had a good run. We beat the #1 player in the leaderboard on Empire with Chaos Dwarves. So that was really good. But we did struggle to win some of those later games, which was tough. Anybody's welcome to join. First come, first serve. We're going to do a land battle. We'll do the Flats of Kislev, and we're going to play somebody else. We could do Empire. Let's play some Empire. We got Spartans, junk here. All right. So let's see what they pick. We're going to go Sweaty Empire here. I just do that guts for moving, so I can move them more efficiently. All right, it's going to be Nurgle. I have a pretty evil build here, and I'm not going to even abuse the most overpowered stuff, so I think it will work well. Yeah, I don't know, though. Maybe this guy's like a Forbidden Land Battle Master, and we're in trouble. This is a truly evil build, though. But remember, whoever I'm playing against, I'm just playing unit caps. I'm not doing like fruit rules or any of that kind of stuff. So, you know, you do whatever you want with the unit caps is what I'm saying. Okay. So we'll do a little bit of Sigmar here. Got that. Looks good to me. A truly evil build. I'm not going to use Landship. No. Landship's really cheesy. It's very, very cheese. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. And then from here, I think one of you is going to be really nice. And what did that one actually do? He has like Frenzy or some shit? That's such a weird thing to have on that unit. Okay, a couple Knights of Sigmar. I wonder if there's going to be some Rotten Knights. Maybe there will be. All right. Yeah, perfect spend too, baby. Perfect spend. Let's go. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. Is this an Italian Spartacus alt? Spartan's junk, it might be. Who knows? Yeah. It's okay, Tomoko. We might have time for another one, too. If this one's quick, we'll do another. Yeah. Okay, so let me just go ahead here. I'll be back in a moment. Just going to refill my water and GLHF. All right, guys, we're back, baby. Let's get it. Okay, so this is a build I've been using in Domination to pretty good effect when I'm really trying to get sweaty. And here it is. So we got the wagons, but not just the wagons. We also have the dreaded not land ships, but the engineers. We got Elspeth, we got the engineers, and then the core of the army is just going to be some state troopers. Yeah, with one null and Ironside just for the style points, you know. But it's going to hopefully Shadow Realm a lot of the Nurgle army. We'll have to find out. Let's get that Ironside back here for a little bit of Daka. We get the Spearmen to protect him, and Empire Knights here. And Empire Knights here. Knights of the Black Rose can hang out in the trees to deal with hounds, and cool. So that's 4, 4. All right. Yeah, this is... I didn't want to bring a land ship. Land ships are really cheesy, so I'm doing... You know, a more reasonable... I actually like this build more, personally, but we'll see what my opponent's up to here. He could get Shadow Realmed here. We'll have to see. It's not an easy build to deal with. I don't know about my opponent's experience level, but yeah, should be fine. All right, so let's go here, and you guys go out here. The Mercurial Shot from the Engineers is really good. Basically, you just get on those fat Chaos Warriors. I'm going to show you guys right now. It's really strong. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do this on you. And we're going to circle around. Elspeth is just there for Spirit Leech. Should have brought Buna too. That was a bit of a mistake, but I don't know what his army looks like. He's definitely not going to win the skirmishing game. Mercurial Shot does go down. Did it? Yeah, it did a little bit of damage against the armor. Not as much as I would like. And now the War Wagons will feast. Because we can refill the War Wagons ammo, which is really, really savage. So where's the rest of his army? What the hell? What is he doing? I have no idea. He's going to need to advance on me, because if he tries to play this game with like the new Empire, it's not going to go well. Yeah, there he is. All right. There's the character squad. I was wondering what would appear first. All right, so we're going to go ahead and Spirit Leech the Soul Grinder. No, we could just save it. Engineers are going to kite back a little bit. We're just going to keep getting the Daka, and we will replenish ammo here soon. Yeah, so he's got the classic Nurgle Goon Squad, which I love. I think it's a good idea. Soul Grinders beat up, and ooh, Rot Knights. Unfortunately, Rot Knights kind of suck, but they're cool as hell. So, you know, style points there for sure. What are these? Warriors? Those are warriors, so charging them with Empire Knights feels like a bad idea. And we do get the Lord getting beat up a little bit. Yeah, he's taking some damage here. So let's get the wagons back, get these guys back, and we can start replenishing soon. Oh, the Mercurial Shot didn't go off. Okay, I was wondering what was going on with that. All right, so let's keep wagoning. Let's do this. Elspeth is going to go ahead and overcast Spirit Leech on it. I don't think it's worth doing, actually. So let's do this. Yeah, the Mercurial Shot should have gone off now. It looks like it might have. Let's run away here. Empire Knights are pulling back. And the evil Empire build continues. No Black Lions, yeah. No, we're going back to the old school. Just mouth-breathing wagon spam, yeah. All right. Let's replenish ammo and replenish ammo, which is really, really good. Man, the lag today has been bad. It's been really unfortunate. So we got all those all stocked up and good to go. Let's get you guys charging those Chaos Furies. And now they're about to move into ranks. So we might be able to get a little bit of Null and Ironside support. Let's get the Knights of the Black Rose around the outside. Keep running through, and just get them into the spear units. And now we start shooting the Rot Knights, basically. Yeah. Rot Knights are going to get it pretty good. And we have the spears brace, so we just run through our spears. Get these wagons back. And the Empire Knights, unfortunately, got caught, so we're going to try and lure them to the other side of the map here. Knights of the Black Rose can go finish you off, and you guys can go run those Chaos Warriors over. And yeah, we just keep blasting here and just being really annoying. All right, so we're going to just Spirit Leech you. Might as well be useful with our magic. He's adapting to my charge very effectively. So we just run away from that and run you guys to the Shadow Realm. And the Ironsides have done a ton of damage already. Ironsides are a unit I think I've slept on a little bit myself. They feel very good. So let's get Knights of the Black Rose to move in here. We got a little bit of pressure coming in from the side, but nothing we shouldn't be able to handle. So let's get these Knights back. Do we need to? I don't think so. But yeah, man, the Empire frickin' like ammo replenishment on land battle, oh my god, it's like in Dom this wouldn't be as scary. I mean, it still would be very scary, but overall it's like, you know, you can deal with it. But here it's very tough. It's very tough. Granted, again, I don't know about my opponent's experience level. This might be a little bit much here. But yeah, it's very, very strong. All right, let's turn these guns about face, get the spears to defend them, pull you guys back this way, and we just need to force them into our spear wall, basically. Yeah, so we'll shoot the Rot Knights, Spirit Leech, get the Ironsides to blast them, and get the Engineers back, and get these heavy cavalry. Knights of the Black Rose definitely want to run. We can send Empire Knights as a roadblock and keep the Knights of the Black Rose to help deal with infantry. He attempts to get me with a fleshy there. But these Rot Knights are basically going to be toast soon. We can even pull the Knights of the Black Rose under to try and help finish them off. We get the Soul Grinder tied up too. So that thing is getting it. Yeah, restocking the... ooh, he actually got back there and managed to get one of my wagons. Okay, I don't know how that happened, but that was sloppy on my part. You could also mix in a Life Caster if you want. It's not a bad idea to help out. Empire Knights are eating it. You know, somebody's got to take the beating for Sigmar. So it's going to be those Empire Knights right now. And yeah, let's start shooting the characters if we can. You can see the Nuln Ironsides are able to get some good damage in there. Nurgle does have a lot of healing, right? So we have to put some respect on that. I'm going to keep working on the Lord, although he does have the crown, so that's going to make him very, very hard to kill. Soul Grinder should die over there. We're going to get these guys around the back and loop up here with those Knights of the Black Rose. Ironsides are finishing the job. Elspeth does have the Timekeeper thing, and it looks like all of our war wagons did come back. But guess what? We got infinite ammo, basically. It's pretty savage. Oh, my God. Oh, that's just like... And that affects balance of power, too, right? So let's relocate one of the spears, like, under here to support against the flank. Let's get you guys in the back and send you guys in to distract here. And, yeah, you can see the beating is continuing. Nurgle's durability, though, is certainly no joke. Yeah, I'm not lagging right now, actually, so it's actually not me this time. I just checked my little gauge thing. All right, so Knights of the Black Rose hopefully break those Chaos Warriors. A lot of tough armor coming in. And the Engineers are going to keep gadding these guys down. Let's send the Spears in to fight them. And, yeah, Ironsides too. Ooh, man. That Exalted Hero just got absolutely smashed up. Let's actually go ahead and put Death Timekeeper on him just to finish him off. That's Elspeth's snipe ability, so it's very good. Is he going to get it? I think before my opponent can heal, he is. All right, so one champion's down for the count. And we have another Spirit Leech here, so let's get this. He's fighting very well, honestly. Considering the damage difference that there is, man, he's fighting like an absolute Chad. Elspeth's actually a respectable fighter in melee too. She's got a lot. Yeah, the French damage. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so we got Mercurial shots. We can go use them on the Chaos Warriors out there, I'm thinking. Knights still haven't finished that Soul Grinder. It's the ROR, so it's going to be a little bit more stalwart, right? And Rot Knights, yeah, their leadership's hanging in there. It's hanging in there pretty good. So let's do a Mercurial shot down the side here, and we can do one back here too. Into these guys, and just get the double pounding going. Elspeth could attack the Rot Knights. It's a little bit risky. I think we just sit back. Ironsides have done great. So we got the Mercurial shots on both those units. And dude, that Soul Grinder's probably going to win down there, actually. Oh my god. So yeah, now you can see Elspeth's dueling capability. She ain't bad at dueling, that's for sure. So we get a Spirit Leech attack. We dive in, and hopefully she'll be able to finish the job. Let's do this. Just when we thought we were running out of wagon ammo, just like Palpatine, somehow the wagon ammo has returned. And I think the Sorcerer Lord here should be shaken up. We'll get some spears in there, snipe this character. All the wagons are shooting pretty comfortably. You got some spears coming in. Knights of the Black Rose helping, and basically GG here. Basically going to be GG. All right. Spartan's Junk, good game, dude. You played very well against a very sweaty Empire build. And, all right, let's see here. All right, so I will take that. more. Yeah. This build's really good in Dom, though, too. This opening, you go Elspeth, double engineer with wagons, and it's really savage. Like, a lot of armies just get pounded by it that don't have artillery and stuff. Yeah, I mean, he brought some Chad picks. Really elite army. Very, very hard to kill, but we were able to get it. All right, well played, Spartan's Junk. It's fun, dude. Let's see how we're looking on the next round, if we have time or not. Oh, land ships are brutal, dude. Land ships are really good. Yeah, especially against Nurgle. They have a hard time dealing with it. Okay, we got one game yet to finish. One game here. Roflin, Charix, Outer Region, and Stingers is looking to be our top 4 right now, but we have one match, and we're going to see if it affects the tiebreaker, so we will see. We will see. Literal demons from hell have no way to beat 4 hillbillies shooting from a wagon. Yeah, I know. They're pretty nasty. Unlimited ammo. Which is better, volley stank or cannon stank? I like the volley stank myself. I've seen people enjoying the cannon stank too, though, so it goes both ways. So what are the top 4 factions? We almost got some. We were pretty close to getting the off meta in there today. If I had won that game, would I have qualified? Yeah, I actually would have. If I had won that chaos game, I would have made top 4. Damn shame, dude. We were really close to it. Really close. But you know, it's how the cookie crumbles. So we'll find out what's playing here. Are you still doing total tavern bounties? Yeah, we're gonna set up some new ones soon. I gotta step up my game there. Gotta get those going because they're very fun. Okay, refreshing to see if any of these will affect the tiebreaker. The hillbillies and wagons are no joke. Yeah, I think that's a really, really apt description. It's Bongo versus Ogre Lord Shrek, I think is who is playing here. So I have to see if Bongo played. Yeah, he could affect the tiebreaker, so I need to wait for this to finish. Any advice on Coast and Norska? So Coast is a pretty weak faction overall, but if you were playing, and I assume you're talking about Dom. That's what I kind of perceive as standard multiplayer for myself, so I'm going to do that. All right. So you're playing Coast into Norska. Probably for the Lord choice, you're going to go with... this is a tough one, actually. So you obviously... No Coast Army is going to leave home without Depth Guard. You're going to want bomber mobs in the secondary, probably to deal with the Norskan Berserkers and infantry. Norska also doesn't really have good Unga Bunga in the sky. They do have the Cold Voider, but you could do a little bit of like backline support, like 2 of these and a bomber mob. You use these to kill the horsemen and then use the bomber mob to help clear things out. You're going to want to max out on Scurvy Dogs. They're just really nice. Maybe 1 Fellbat just for a little bit of diving. Now for the main core, your line is very fickle and very flimsy, so you're going to need a little milk here. You could go for a Vampire Fleet Admiral of probably vampires, I'm thinking. I don't know. Death is not amazing against Norska. Having healing is really nice. Or the Hard Knock Life. Honestly, Noctilus is probably good on foot. You just go with him with... I would even use Melkoths. I would use Melkoths in Invocation and use Melkoths to kill the elite infantry. So you cut that, you cut that. So you got the Hard Knock Life, and then you throw in maybe like one of these guys, cut that, and go like double Pistol Mob on the outskirts. Something like this. Like this would probably be the build direction I would go for here. Hey, Tomoko. Oh man, I know you wanted to play. But I think the last game is about to finish here. Yeah. I think it's about to finish. Which faction gives the most Fred Durst vibes? Right now, the Empire. They have a lot of stuff that'll roll through you, so it's for sure the Empire at the moment. Although I feel like Fred Durst would be like a Chaos follower. So you want Halberds, just always. They're pretty good. I would throw in 1 Depth Guard Polearm, maybe, just to help deal with, like, you know, big scary things. As far as infantry killing power goes, you have the Lamprey's Revenge. And what else would you rock? You could throw in like a Morngul or 2. Yeah, like something in this direction would be how I would go probably. Yeah, the Arwar crabs are really good. Hey, Tomoko, sorry, we'll have to play another time. The round's literally about to start for the semis, so. Terror is okay. Norska is very high leadership, though. They're very high leadership. Okay, Bongo's still going, but they have a little bit of cushion. Yeah, I think that the most Limp Bizkit faction would probably be Empire at the moment. The land ships rolling through things. And Limp Bizkit, I'm pretty sure, has a song called Air Raid Vehicle, which would be like their, you know, their ships, I guess. Yeah, we could do something like that. Yeah, we'll figure something out. If the finals are quick, we can do an FFA at the end, too. Yeah, Norska is really solid. They're not really being played very much. If we look at the stats so far for the season, we have Chaos Demons are 10-2, which is really funny. But that's just because 2 people cheesed with them in a tournament with double Soul Grinders, I think. I don't think they belong there. Neither do Ogres. But Kislev, Zeech, and Empire, they're definitely top tier right now. Skaven 7-5, dude. They heard me talking smack. You can see Norska in the pits with Grand Cathay. Grand Cathay, I don't know why they're struggling. They feel pretty good to me, but it's very, very early on. I don't know. Maybe I'll play Vampire Coast, another SFT. I mean, I'll likely struggle to win, but I mean, Chaos Dwarves and Vampire Coast aren't that far apart in power levels, I would say. Yeah, they're not too far apart. Okay. Let's see how the old tourney's going. Thank you guys for joining today. It's been super fun. Looking forward to hosting more of these. I like to just play in them too. I often play in SFTs offline and just get replays from them. Come on, Bongo. You can finish it. Oh, Bongo and Ogre Lord Shrek are still going. Come on, guys. You two are playing, yeah? And then Ogre Lord Shrek. I would assume he's playing the Ogres. I'm just checking with the players to make sure they're actually playing and not just like AFK. Vampire Coast is really suffering. They are, yeah. Vampire Coast, ironically, what could they beat in the meta? No one really, yeah. They're not going to beat Empire, Tzeentch, or Kislev at all. You could maybe beat Kislev if you had a really good build and they didn't bring like the best build against you, maybe. Yeah, Grand Cathay I think is still a good faction. I think they're a little bit underrated. They do struggle with the quick objective opening, but honestly, they could use Peasant Horsemen and Crowmen to do the exact same thing. You get like 2 Peasant Horsemen with a Crowmen ROR, and you can ninja the objectives right away. So nobody's going to want to mess with that. Brian, I haven't been playing it. I only played 10 turns. So I do notice that a Bongo plays to the end, even if it's over. He's got the fighting spirit. He's got the fighting spirit. And the match just finished. Report score. Alrighty. So they just need to report the score, and then we should be all good. Tzeentch is climbing because of Soul Grinders. Soul Grinders are really cheesy and broken right now. So report score. Whoever won. Okay, so it looks like the Ogre Master might have won. I'm not sure. Wondering if you had a general base Dowie build for someone that doesn't do a lot of multiplayer. Yeah, I mean, I can give you something pretty basic. I mean, the thing about multiplayer though, brother, is that it's very dependent on who you're playing. It's like having a generalist build is a little bit dodgy. But yeah, let's do a little bit of this. So if I were making the most generalist Dowie build ever, that's like an all-comers kind of build, it would be something like this. Probably a little bit of that. I would want to bring Thunderbarge is obviously banned. Maybe just one Doomseeker, just because I think they're cool. But also Dwarf Hero Hammer is pretty effective too. So you can go with Thoric on foot, cut those abilities, and you can get Rune of Speed, Rune of Slowness, and Rune of Wrath and Ruin. You can get Felix Jaeger, because he's going to heal him. And then you can mix in a Thane as well. And the Thane can bring the... yeah, the Ironbeard's ring isn't bad. Weakness to fire damage is kind of cute, but yeah, you just go something like this. So maybe 3 Rangers, and you can then in reserve probably max out on like basic Dwarf Warriors. You can throw in some Longbeards if you're feeling a little bit spicy, just because they're really cool. I'm a big enjoyer of Doomseekers. I think you would throw 1 in there just for reserve. Maybe 1 Slayer Pirate, you get Long Drongs. And let's see, so Trollhammer Torpedo, so you have like anti-big armor, and then we can cut you and get 1 Trollhammer, and then I think that's like a good starting build. Can mix in these guys. Yeah, that feels pretty clean to me. And then from here you would mix in a couple Slayers in the Deep, so basic Slayers, and I think you're onto it. You could, yeah, you got good shooting, you got blasting charges. Probably max out on blasting charges, and like this. This would be a good. Score's done. Thank you. Appreciate it, bud. All right, well played to everyone, and now we're moving on to our top 4 of today's tournament. Nice and sweaty one it has been so far. And yeah, we're looking good, man. We're looking good. All right, let's fire it up. So we got Roflin, Charix, Outer Region, and Stingers. So a nice range. Players, let's go ahead and finalize the tournament here. Firstly, advance to top 4. It depends. I would probably not bring artillery if I don't know what my opponent's playing, because artillery is a little bit... Maybe you could throw in 1 cannon, to be fair. So if you want to, you could do this. Let me correct this real quick. So you can throw in 1 cannon, you know, and just like have that. That is also very viable. Maybe just 1 cannon, just to keep your opponents honest. This would be a good all-comers list, though. I think we'll do maybe an all-comers tournament soon. So we got top 4. So let's go see who's in the top 4 here. Yes, yes. And we did limit the Soul Grinders of Tzeentch to 1 today, kind of the similar things we're doing to land ships. Okay. Thank you, and top 4. Top 4 time. And we have Charix versus Outer Region, which we're going to cast at because I want to watch Skaven. Versus Outer Region. And Roflin versus Stingers. All right. So here we are. We're going to do it. You got to win for the Greenskins today. Nice. Greenskins are a solid faction. They're very good. They're very good. A little bit lower on the win rate because I think the meta has, a lot of the meta factions can defeat them now. But they're still a good faction. So I will cast Charix versus Outer Region. So let me get that lobby. We'll cast your game. If Charix wins this with Skaven, dude, I'm going to be super impressed. New player, I would recommend joining our Discord. So in our Discord, we have a very active section where you can find opponents to play with of all skill levels. So you use the Discord tag to alert people you're looking for a game, and then you go from there. So yes. Lobby code, please. Okay, and then Outer Region versus Charix will be our match. And let's get it and see what's going on, man. Yeah, and if any of our mods are in chat, could drop a link. That'd be helpful for our pal here. Thank you, Frost. Dude, Frost on the quick draw, dude. He's like a Wild West gunslinger over there. All right, do we have a lobby code yet? We do. All right, so let's find that. This is going to be a nice sweaty game. I'm very excited for this. And here we are. How would one get into multiplayer? I've only ever done campaign. Oh, just join our community, join our Discord, and start signing up for some of these events, you know. So we got Zeech versus Skaven. This is like a really sweaty faction versus a very pit lord faction, but Charix, I mean, he gave my Chaos Dwarves the business, but granted, Chaos Dwarves are already very hard countered by Skaven, so this is going to be more of a test of his Skaven, right? Because this is him versus like a top tier player on a top tier faction, so I'm very, very hyped for that. Yeah, and we're gonna have what's it called too? We're gonna have some beginner tournaments. I might just like run some beginner tournaments and not stream it, just like to teach people and give them more action. Because there's a lot of days where I'm just literally sitting at home recording, and I could just run a tournament in the background, which would be fun. I always wonder if the Skaven versus Dowie match is much better. Maybe better for dwarves now, but it's still, I think Skaven still crushed dwarves. Skaven are weird. Like, they lose a lot of matchups, but they have some matchups where they can just karate chop you. Like they karate chop Chorfs, they karate chop regular dwarves, and they can trade feasibly well into those kind of like heavy armor factions like Grand Cathay 2. Don't sleep on the rats. You should play Gelt's new campaign with Battle Wizards only. Not only is it meme-worthy, but it's terrifyingly strong. It sounds like fun. Skaven vs. Dowie has always been one of the worst matches in the game. It is. I don't know how you would approach that with dwarves. I mean, you could do a Slayer rush, but Doomseekers will get down trade into like all the Skaven units, and Slayer Pirates aren't really good there either. Honestly, the dwarves, yeah, you're just going to get wrecked by Skaven. You just want to avoid that matchup. You just want to avoid it. So Daryl says, I want to get into Dom multiplayer, planning to focus on Ogres and Tomb Kings. Yeah, they're both good. Yeah, they're both good. Tomb Kings are a pretty solid mid-tier faction. Like, Tomb Kings can go fisticuffs with most people and have a good chance. I'm a big Tomb Kings fan. I think they're great. I kind of burnt out playing them recently, but they're fun. Ah, yeah. Okay, so Outer Region is ready. Roflin and Stingers are going to duke it out on the other side, and we're going to see who wins that one. The battle rage is on. And we're just checking here to see. Looks fine. And let us get it. Okay, 1 second here. Outstanding. Cool. Yep, game's loading. All right, so here we are. We have Gisele's double, apparently Deathglow Bombardiers are just like unholy Terminators. Those things wrecked me earlier. Man, Charix gave me the dirty with those. So he's got double Death Globe, triple Skirmishers to contest the Horseman play, a Gisele probably to shoot at the Soul Grinder, and Ikit Claw, I would assume, with Flensing Rune and Howling Warpgale for the Skaven army. So he's going to be locking down flying units and shooting them, and then also using his big AoE to punish blobs. So that's going to be it. And Outer Region going with an incredibly sweaty build. He's got the Soul Grinder. We do have the Exalted Lord of Change of Zeech to try and snipe Skaven characters and use blue fire and pink fire. Horsemen, just to get up and kill rat ogres and dive artillery if they need to. And on top of that, we have a couple of the marauders as well. Outriders are really good. Pistoliers are more niche, but Outriders are pretty ubiquitous. I would say a lot of Empire players, including the player I played earlier, was using them, and they do a ton of damage, so. Is there a unit that would be used in every matchup if it were available in every faction? Oh, for sure, yeah. There's a handful of units like that. Yeah, there's a handful. Like in Domination mode, if every faction had access to Dwarven Blasting Charges, you'd probably see them. Like for that cheap in Vanguard and their clearing power, and their staying power and capture weight, you would probably see them in every matchup. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is, and it is going to be the edge of the Darkwood. On this side, we have Outer Region with the Horsemen of Tzeentch. Like I said, very good against a number of big targets like ogres, and also good utility for diving and playing objectives. The rest of the core is going to be Marauders, backed up by the Exalted Lord of Tzeentch, and for Charax, Charax truly the Lord of the Skaven. He is. He's got this full battle line of Skaven slaves, Jezzails, Globadiers, and even the Warp Grinder, so he's going to be looking to lock down some diving units, and you don't see these terribly often, but they do lock things down and can also do AoE damage against infantry blobs. And yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like Skaven might struggle with Zangors, but the Zangors also die immediately to Deathglobe bombs. So yeah, Charax, something I've noticed about him is he has really good spatial control. When he's playing, he's excellent at just kind of controlling space. And that's a big thing you need to be good at if you're going to be an Empire player, you're going to be a Skaven player, somebody who has these formations of guns and is going to be defending them with mobility, right? So we immediately see Outer Region grabbing objectives. Skaven do basically the same exact thing. And this objective, as a matter of fact, is not going to go to the forces of the Changer. Not easily. In the bushes, we see Ikit Claw. He's on his motorcycle. He's going to be on his way up. And now the Slinger's going to be trading into the Marauder Horsemen, who do have the OP Protoss shields. They're not really overpowered anymore. They used to be, but Tzeentch is truly the scourge of land battle. And land battle Tzeentch is just super degenerate. So we see the Jezzails opening up shop on the Exalted Lord of Change, so he's going to be forced back, but Skaven are doing a good job contesting this objective. But look at the damage that Soul Grinder does. Absolutely disgusting. So it's just one Javelin shot, like half health Gutter Runner. Not half health, but like 30%. CA definitely needs to fix that. Whatever change they did, they're supposed to be anti-large, but they just kill everything now, which is really dirty. They can still be beaten. I don't think it's as oppressive as a land ship, but it's definitely in the category of a land ship. It's in the ballpark. So Skaven legions are moving forward. Gutter Runners have pulled back, but the Skaven will be able to probably grab this objective again soon. Here we see the Exalted Lord of Chicken eating a lot of heavy shots. I personally think sitting Jezzails on the Soul Grinders and the Marauder Horsemen is probably the most cost-effective play here. Ikit Claw is going to be rolling in, and he's going to be getting Javelined, although we see the Death Globes eating the Javelin shots of Tzeentch, as that Spray Fire missile just does brutal damage here. So up in the front, Skaven slaves engaging against Marauder Horsemen, and the Gutter Runners are going to be throwing Ninja Stars over here at the big man, at the Soul Grinder. And now, ooh, that's going to be a nice cast by Outer Region. He's going to punish Charax here. Oh, man. Charax is going to get it bad. Oh, man, he just got both of his skirmishers caught in a huge vortex. In the meantime, Skaven are going to be responding with the Brass Orb. So that is the Brass Orb of Ikit Claw. And now Ikit's going to be rolling into the secondary. But that was a colossal mistake by Charax. Letting his two skirmisher units get caught by a very slow vortex, definitely out of character for him. But alas, it does happen, and he does end up paying the troll toll. So up in the sky, the Exalted Lord of Change is going to get hammered. And in the back, the Marauders pushing forward. Skaven army is on the back foot, up a little bit in value, but overall I think it's not really calculating the value correctly here, as I do feel that these Skaven are pretty well ahead here. Death Globes melting through the infantry well, and Clan Rats moving up onto the Horsemen. Jezzails have not been able to really sink their teeth into the Soul Grinder, which it looks like they're trying to snipe the Lord. The Exalted Lord of Change gets hit with a Cleansing Rune and heavy Jezzail fire. So Charax is going to be putting his, betting himself basically some milk to get up on the objectives here. We're about to see some Marauders get plowed by the Death Globe, so that firepower is going to be really nasty. You'll see them melt pretty quickly. Yep, big melting as Ikit Claw comes back to peel them off. And the chicken is still at 5.6k HP. Jezzails really, I think, need to change their target priority and start shooting at the Marauder Horsemen here. But unfortunately for Charax, they're now being caught by some of these infantry. So that's a very tough one. If the Skaven start losing their backfield, they're going to be in massive danger. So unlimited power going down, which does actually do damage to Ikit Claw. It has like an overcast issue. We do see some of the Marauders here getting hunted down by the Pit Fighters of Helm's Deep. Looking at the value, we do see Charax a little bit ahead, but honestly I think Outer Region is in a winning position right now. Blue Fire going to be excellent against Ikit. Granted, he does have 134 armor when he's in combat because of the best defense ability, so he's able to kind of endure there. Blade Claw Catapult shots shooting in. Soul Grinder and the Exalted Lord of Chicken are still very much functional. These Jezzails, I think, really need to switch targets onto the Soul Grinder to keep that thing. Because the thing is, if you're just shooting Jezzails at the Soul Grinder, it's not going to be able to shoot you as easily. It's going to have to constantly move. We see a Howling Warp Gale go down. He does manage to lock down the chicken. Uh-oh, this could be a big play here. Jezzail's, as well as these bad boys, doing a lot of damage. Howling Warp Gale going to last for another 16 seconds. So that Exalted Lord of Change could be in massive danger as Charix does retreat with Ikit Claw. He's wavering. He might stabilize. The chicken is steady. Leadership at 35. The Tzeentch army ability does nail Ikit, and he is now broken. But, I mean, that's a good trade. If the Lord of Change goes down, that is huge. Another couple seconds on the Warp Gale. He is at 1200 HP and is very, very close to dying here. As we do see him start to crumble. Negative 10 leadership, and that is a big, big trade for the Skaven. Tzeentch losing their caster and their big expensive lord. Now they can probably rat tide in and overwhelm if this character does indeed crumble, which it looks like it's going to. So Tzeentch has lost its lord to the Lord of Rats. The Skaven King, the Rat King, is here. And that Soul Grinder of Tzeentch is running out of ammo. We're about to start seeing the momentum shift very heavily for the Rats. Very, very heavily. Artillery coming in, bombarding the Marauders of Marauder Horsemen of Tzeentch pretty hard. And the Rats seem to have good momentum. We see a lot of little rat people coming up on the field here. Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers in the woods. We got Wolf Rats screening out with Zangors, who are probably waiting to do a little bit of ambushing here. We'll have to see. Looking at the objective play, it does favor Outer Region. The value is still close-ish, though. I mean, this game could go either way. Jezzail's have run out of ammo. They still have a little bit left. And, man, they're nailing down those horsemen. So the Skaven S tier, yeah, I don't know. Charix is really good, but so is Outer Region. They're both of equally skilled players, I would say. They're in similar ballparks. This is going to be a misplay if those Wolf Rats get caught, but Charix with the dreaded Zoomer Micro is able to get away. And the Centaurs are going to be trying to screen them out, but Clan Rats with Spears moving up, Soul Grinder throwing Javelins where it can, but there are Rats coming from all directions. Tzeentch has a lot of unsummoning it needs to do, and it does call in Zangors and Zangors. Meanwhile, I don't know if Outer Region's doing this on purpose, but he has some AFK Zangors in the trees. I thought maybe he was waiting to snipe this, as we do see the Natty Boobos going offline. Those Jezzails did amazing work here. They did really, really good work. Gutter Runners trying to fight. Skaven probably want to resummon Ikit Claw. Their leadership is just absolute trash when their Lord is dead. So I think saving up for an Ikit Claw resummon or to call him back in from his retreat would be very smart. Zangors are chasing. Couple Gunner Runners should be able to kite them effectively. Skaven are still struggling to get momentum on the point. The terror-causing monster here, very nasty. Currently sitting at 2100 value. So yeah, that thing is brutal. And they need their Jezzails back too. There's a lot that the Skaven need to deal with the remnants of the Tzeentch army. Tzeentch is very tattered though. You know, they don't have a whole lot left either. Centaurs are almost dead here. Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers and company going to be heading up to the point. And we see some Wolf Rats charging across at 6 leadership here. Are these the armor-piercing Wolf Rats? They're not. So they're just going to get terror-routed instantly, basically. Zangors almost making it to the catapult. Skaven can't really afford to lose that. That's for damn sure. They're probably going to drop the artillery crew and run away and maybe just try and kite these Zangors out. We'll have to see how he decides to play this. Up on the point, we do see Centaurs battling it out. Gutter Runners, though, are respectable little fighters, 28-29, and especially with Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. The Zangors have arrived up on the point. The back objective also being ninja'd. Outer Region throwing his really, really scrappy play here. He's able to maneuver some horsemen over and threaten the side objective, also maybe killing these death globes. We'll see 6 leadership. Is it going to hold firm? Globe Volley comes in. That's going to be pretty big. That will melt a lot of these guys. So we see some damage coming in as the Wolf Rats do arrive, and a second Wolf Rat is going to be on its way across. Zangors do get taken offline. Charix immediately sending the catapult crew back as the Clan Rats are going to be heading up towards the middle here. We do see Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers at 21 leadership holding firm. Gutter Runners with their Ninja Stars, but overall, I think it's looking a little bit better for Outer Region. The Skaven are struggling to play the points as well. The durability is quite big of these Tzeentchian infantry. The shields and the armor and the vanguard speed. Whereas Skaven, seem a little bit light. I think there's a chance that Charix might be able to grind value back here. But I don't know, man. Ikit is down for the count. Skaven suffer way more for not having their lord on the battlefield, so Ikit maybe should have been back more cautiously. But, it's easy to say, after the fact, right? Soul Grinder's almost out of ammo. On the side objective, we do see some Gutter Runners doing a lot of damage here, and they should be able to reclaim this. So this is rapidly becoming a situation here where the Skaven are going to have to get a triple cap. There's not really too many other choices. We do see a lot of these units getting tattered and broken up. Gutter Runners kiting back where they can. Play Claw Catapult very much online. Mostly Wolf Rats being called out by Charix. Whereas Outer Region is just going to be spamming in Zangors and trying to win on points here. There needs to be some big Rat Ogre. Rat Ogres wreck Zangors really, really badly here. We see the Horsemen of Tzeentch probably going to lose this fight. Both of them are probably going to break at the same time. Gutter Runners heading over to the side point here, while the Centaurs of Tzeentch do get nibbled down by the Wolf Rats, the poison variant. A couple Zangors still pressing in, though. Zangors are very problematic. They're really trading super well into the Skaven units. They're very healthy. Their armor is still 50 and their MD is 38. So against Clan Rats, that is going to be very, very tough. It was a close game, though. Really, really close match, honestly. This one could have gone either way at several points. Nice little plays from both players. If the Skaven didn't lose their lord, if he had been unsummoned or escaped, I think that they would be in a winning position here. but a lot of their units routed at pivotal points because of that, right? So Colin here is going to be more rats. He's trying to get capture weight on the battlefield, play claw catapult, shooting into the blob, and that's exactly what he needs, but I think it's going to be too little too late. Rats are going to secure their back objective with the wolf rats and gutter runners, and a couple wolf rats here are going to loop around and do what? Are they going to attack the soul grinder? Clan rat spheres losing the fight against the Zangors, no surprises. Do we see Jezzail's called back in? No, we do not see Jezzail's called back in. Little rat folk here. The gutter runner's going to be shanking down some of the marauder horsemen, but this is a really, really good showing from Skaven. I'm very impressed. I think with a little bit of fine-tuning on the build, Charks could probably have a good chance here. And this was against like the sweatiest, most degenerate Tzeentch build you could basically find. But Catapult's offline. Clan Rats just can't deal with the Zangors without their weapons team support, right? You need things like Globadiers, artillery, whatever. So Charks is going to drop it, but that was a very, very good attempt there for sure. All right, GG well played. GG well played. Nice match by both players. Outer region with some very sweaty micro in the late game, able to get him back in at 2,400 and only 1,500 on the chicken. I love the Jezzail play. I honestly think double Jezzail could be really brutal. They were super effective at controlling the battlefield. Catapult did good. Ogres, yeah, solid build. Good game to both players, man. Centaurs of Tzeentch, amazing units too. They're very strong. All right, all right. So we're going to set up the finals. So let's do this. The finals. Host game as spectator and send the link to Outer Region. Outer Region's birthday was yesterday, I think. He had a tournament. I don't think he won it, but maybe he'll get his belated birthday gift here. Finals lobby. Time to blame the underlings. Yes, you have to go tell the Skaven slaves you lost because of them. Let's see if the other side of the bracket is finished. That was a reasonably long game. Skaven Go getting to top 4 with some very decisive wins is really impressive. Yeah, Jezzails are super hard to protect. They are. Yep, so Outer Region's in the top 4, and we're waiting for Roflin and Stingers. And we should be getting started here relatively soon. Yes, yes. Ever played multiplayer in this game, Houdini? It's very fun. It's a great game. It's got some jankiness to it. You know, it's part of the system, but it's overall very, very fun. Backstabbed by the other Skaven for sure. Yeah, I guess maybe another Jezzail would be nice. Map for the grand finals is going to be what? Is it a big map? Is it a combat map? It is Glade of the Everqueen. Very solid one. Very solid one. Damn allergies today, dude. I'm getting trolled so freaking good. Many Skaven slaves going to get eaten today. Yeah. Yeah, Ikit got he got cooked pretty hard. You know, he got I think blue fire spammed, and it's hard to keep Skaven Lords alive in that matchup. It really is. One tech I've been seeing that's really haggard is using an Eshin Sorcerer and spamming the Ninja Star. Like really cheap, you go double Eshin Sorcerer and you just spam the Ninja Stars at the SEs. And it can actually kill some stuff. Thunderbarge is banned, yeah. It is. It is banned indeed. I'm on the fence about banning those damn Soul Grinders. They seem really OP. Like really, really overpowered, but I don't know. Hopefully CA will do their job and you know, balance things out a little bit. We'll have to see. I don't know if there's been like a holiday or something going on, but they have been MIA in the usual channels we have. Yeah, they've been MIA. 2v2s are all right. The problem is the game is peer-to-peer. Charix, man, you almost brought the Skaven to glory. Well played, man. Very well played. I was rooting for the Rats. That was a rematch. Oh, so Charix beat you earlier. Okay. So Charix and Skaven beat Tzeentch earlier in the tournament. Okay, okay. That makes some sense. That makes a lot of sense. So you knew what was coming, basically, Outer Region. You were trained in the fires, in the crucible of fire. Bank holiday weekend here in the UK. Oh, that explains it. I was wondering. I was like, well, they're not in the office. All right. So what's it going to be here? Do we have the other side yet? I know Roflin can lag a little bit sometimes. So hopefully it's not too bad there. Yeah, man. How is Land Battle dealing with the new Soul Grinders, by the way? I feel like that must be a hellscape in Land Battle. Because Tzeentch is already really abusive in Land Battle because of shield abuse. You can like barely obey the attacking rules while running away and healing your shields. It's really troll. It's really troll. That was one of the big variables actually about like what's kind of turned me off Land Battle a little bit in Warhammer 3 was like Tzeentch. I was like, oh, this is just not fun. We had that one faction war that got won by that Tzeentch cheese, and it was like the most miserable faction war we've ever had. Yeah. It was really good up until the finals. Out of region, my sweet prince brings each to glory. I think he will have a good chance. I don't know what Stingers is playing. Let me check what the other side is. So his opponents are going to be, where is it? So going to the faction declaration. Okay, so Stingers declared as what? Okay, so Stingers is on... Oh, wow, we had a Vampire Coast player sign up today, but I guess they didn't play. I think they checked in. It was Scrambled Egg. That would have been fun. We have Kislev and the other, and High Elves. Oh my god, we have a High Elf in the top 4, guys. Wow, we have High Elves. They're probably not going to beat Kislev, but I mean, maybe they'll beat them. I don't know. Okay, there's a chance we could have High Elves in here in the finals. Whoa, that would be like a first. I don't think we've ever had an SFT be won by High Elves, ever. Which is crazy. Maybe one somewhere in the halls of history, but I don't think we have. Stingers is extremely good, but so Roflin is also a very strong player too. So it's anyone's game. Scrambled played. The Vampire Coast player disintegrated upon entering the load screen. Let's see how Scrambled Egg did. He with Vampire Coast today. I'm gonna go check that. So we'll take a look here on the website. Let's do that and see here. So yeah, this is the tournament and bracket. So that was that, and then we got this. Scrambled Egg special. Yeah, he did about the same as me. I mean, he's one of the top players in the world, and he still struggled to win more than 2 games. Looks like with Coast. Yeah, they're definitely a Pit Lord faction. I think Chaos Dwarves are better than Coast, but not by too much, but by enough to be, you know, considered. I cast Naval Bombardment. Yeah. A few days ago, Charx was High Elves in the finals, and did he lose it? Yeah, how'd that, I assume he did, or else I would have heard about it. I assume he did. All right, let's finalize this bad boy. Get it going. High Elves are kind of good versus each, except New Soul Grinder might. Yeah. I don't know how you beat the New Soul Grinder, but they're limited to 1. I did put a restriction on that, so you can only bring 1 today. How would you bounce Kislev if you could? I don't know. I think they need a little bit more cost increases in some area, and they would be fine. They're close to being better. The changes that CA did were good. I think just a little bit more to bring them down to par with some of the other factions. Kislev is still top 3 easily. They're very strong. Okay. Yep, still waiting on the match. It's weird because the game we had was very, very long already. Yeah, the Empire got the Empire got me. Reason why I went Skaven today. Skaven against Empire is kind of interesting. I feel like you're not helpless there. Like the new tools that the Empire got, none of them are like super devastating against Skaven, right? The land ship is arguably really gross. But Skaven do have tools for shooting it down. And they also have Warp Lightning cannons, so they could feasibly maybe kill it. I still feel like the matchup's Empire favored, but maybe like 60-40, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Yeah. Yeah, Dav is doing a ladder with the land battle with capture points. So I would actually be interested in running a league or tournaments with the land battle capture point mod if we could get army losses in it. I think that would be really, really nice. Okay, checking here. Sure. No problem. Outer Region said he'll be right back, and we have a hot moment before we continue on. Yeah, vampires and Wood Elves are still good. I think Wood Elves are nice. But the problem is Wood Elves probably lose to Kislev. They maybe can take on Tzeentch. I could see Wood Elves trading okay into Tzeentch. Like Waywatcher sniping is very, very good. Definitely will get wrecked by Kislev though. So yeah, it's a tricky meta spot for them. We can also run tournaments for domination on the new ladder. Yeah, Desmond. Yeah, I was talking to my moderator about that. So we'll connect you with Frost, and we can figure it out. No. Right now this is for the grand finals. We're just waiting for the other side to finish. Let's check here and see. Stingers. Let me know when done. Alrighty. Just messaging some of the lads. I just told them to let me know when they're finished, and we can do it. We could also have the players connect, and I could do a quick game, but I kind of want to rest my pause here. What else have trouble with Tzeentch, Empire, and Kislev? It's all meta stuff. Yeah, hard time to be an elf fan. Yeah, it is. Didn't Charix, though, correct me if I'm wrong, Cheshed, by the way. I hope that I would hope to hear your thoughts on the High Elves versus Kislev, because part of me feels that High Elves actually have some weird tools against Kislev. Having like great weapon infantry that have missile resist seems really good in the frontline fighting. Yeah. Yeah. We will see. Have your people call my people, yes. Lizards are good at capturing points and holding them. They are. Oh yeah. That's why lizardmen, they're just very stalwart. Lizards haven't gotten too much play. Lizards probably do okay against Empire. Like with Elspeth, but I mean, if we're allowing all the degenerate stuff, like Elspeth onto the dragon and breath attacks, and then the double landship, I mean, lizards probably would struggle. But aside from that, you know, it's something. Okay, Outer Region's back. He was testing something. I'm also a Skaven main, so I needed to see the schemes. Yeah, I was very happy to see Skaven do well today. I was on the receiving end of their wrath. I got absolutely just punched right in the sausage by the Skaven. It was a tough one. It was a tough one. Yeah, but they seem good. I like that they're not just mouth breathing like infantry spam, and they're using their combined arms. It's really fun to see. Yeah, Skaven are off to a good start. Charx has been playing them and a couple other top players as well. I've been looking into getting multiplayer domination, just trying to decide if I want to focus on dwarves or Nurgle. They're both really good factions. You could honestly play both. Nurgle is really good for swarming and just pressuring and holding objectives, and dwarves are very good at parking on like 2 objectives and just value trading. So yeah, they're both good factions. Yeah. You've been scheming a ton with the rats. So Chark says it's not unwinnable, but the chariots, bears, and little Grom, the biggest issue with this matchup, are hard to deal with. I was winning it with Cav and Lion spam, but rarely against top players. Yeah, that makes sense. That's what Singers is playing right now. Yeah, he's playing that. So he might be able to upset Roflin. Who knows? Singers is extremely good, part of the RTK clan. Top 4 though, we got 2 RTK guys and 2 folks who are not RTK, 2 outsiders. Yeah, it's fun to see. Yeah, dwarves seem pretty balanced. Nurgle seems pretty balanced. It's just Empire and some of the Tzeentch missile changes are really problematic too. Beastmen not getting too much love this patch. We brought the Chaos Dwarf win rate up. It was pretty low, but we brought it almost up to 40%. Yeah. Let's see. I found that learning how to play different factions has been very useful for learning the game. Countering the Soul Grinders is hard. Some factions can do it. If you have like Giselle type units or cannons, you can definitely just sit them on it, and it really makes the Soul Grinder have to work for it. But if you don't have those, it's really difficult, and that's why Tzeentch is really cheesy right now. Yeah. So Sir says, I would like to get into tournaments, things I would consider myself good at, but I have too many games to be considered beginner. Yeah, we have we usually don't have like intermediate tournaments. It's just like beginners or like open. I would say just play in it, and if you lose, who cares? You're getting reps, and you're going to get better. Just get those reps in there in our regular tournaments. Because in a Swiss tournament, like you might lose your first game, and then from there it'll match you against somebody else who's been losing too. So it's pretty good at balancing out the skill levels, I would say. Gelton summoning is like the most neckbeard strategy ever. It's the worst. How dare you forsake all those cool Empire Lords for that neckbeard tactic? Wow, they're still playing. Jesus. That's crazy how long this is taking. Outer Regions game was not short either. Let me check here. I'm going to message Roflin too. It's a long, long time. My goodness. It's very long. Yeah, the Thunder Barge is just busted though. I mean, when I'm saying dwarves are balanced, I'm not including that because that's like a big outlier, right? It's a shame. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I guess they didn't test it or something. Like, all it would take is one staff member in CA's offices to sit down and load an enemy army with like 4 horsemen and just fly around and see if they could kill it. It's just, and it's not possible, right? What does RTK stand for? I think it's like Knights of the Round Table or something Round Table. Round Table Knights. Round Table Knights is what they stand for. Yes, that is it. Any tips on army comps and multiplayer? Oh, dude, that's such a broad question. You need to give me matchups and specifics. The Nurgle wheeze off is real for some battles, I guess, yeah. I haven't fixed it yet, Carl, but yeah, YouTube works fine. The YouTube has the system too, so don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. We got Tzeentch scheming in the finals. Okay, I don't know who won that. It looks like Roflin responded, so maybe he was the winner. I'm not surprised to see High Elves lose. against Kislev of all things. Kislev is incredibly sweaty. Yeah, we did do a generalist build for you guys earlier for Dowie. We did. What else? Deepwood Rangers are good. Deepwood Scouts in some matchups. I like the Swift Shiver Shards against like Beastmen for like sniping Minotaurs and like Centaurs and things like that. Yeah, Nurgle is my main. If I'm in a tournament trying to win like really hard, I'm going Empire, I'm going Nurgle, and the last one is subjective, but sometimes I'll throw in Kislev or Chaos Dwarves as a niche like counter pick. Yeah. Sorry about the allergies today. It's been very troll. All right, we got Roflin in here. Let's do this. Good luck, have fun. All right. So yeah, they're about ready. All right, good luck, have fun. So we got Kislev versus Tzeentch in the finals. No surprises here. Actually, a Dowie versus Nurgle build. Blasting charges, bows would be really good. Pestigors and Toads are very lightly armored. But you need a hero squad. You need something to kill the Nurgle heroes. So probably like a Thoric with Rune of Slow, Felix, and something else would be what I would recommend. Yeah. Nurgle came in second yesterday for the SFT, which is pretty cool to see. It's pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to give the players 5 minutes to build their armies. Okay. 5 minutes to build armies. If not done, then you will get game loss. And starting. Okay. Perfect. Good luck, have fun. That should be enough time. And I'm gonna set a timer up here. So let me get this timer on my phone. I'm gonna set them to 5 minutes here. We're gonna see what they do. All right, all right. Outer Region might already have a build set. Let's see. Check here and here. Yeah, looks like, well, Roflin's on Bretonia, but you better build that army up nice and quick like. That is for sure. Clock is going to be here, and let's see. So setting the timer for 5 minutes. Let's fire it off. Speaking of High Elves, I'm going to be playing them tonight in Tabletop. My buddy plays High Elves. I'm going to take my Empire Steam Tank to see how it does against them. Oh, dude, it's allergy season here. Yeah, there's so much pollen. It's insane. Yeah. Why is Roflin sitting on Bretonia? He's not playing Bretonia, is he? Could have sworn he's playing Kislev, unless that was from before. I don't know. Is he Bretonia, actually? Let me check here. So I'm checking. Okay, so it said Kislev today at 1 o'clock is when he declared, so it was just before the tourney started. All right, so they got 4 minutes and 17 seconds. Should be all right. Let me put a screen blocker up here. I'm going to take a peek at the builds here out of curiosity. Yeah, it looks fine. And the battle is on. Yeah, Roflin looks like his build's almost ready. Outer Region looks like his build's almost ready too. Everything looks very standard here. Very, very standard stuff. Players switching up the builds, fine-tuning things. Trying to be strict with the army times. It's absurd when players take like 15 minutes to build an army. It's just stupid. It's like it shouldn't take that long. Especially for these guys at this level. All right. Cool, man. But yeah, we're playing High Elves, which in Tabletop High Elves are pretty good. If they bring the High Elf Dragon, you could bring a Prince on a Star Dragon and give him some broken items in Tabletop. So Outer Region is ready. Let me see here. Roflin looks like he's about ready too. He's feeling nice and good, I'm sure. All right. And good luck, have fun. 3 minutes. All set. Nice try, Stingers. Your High Elves, they did well and got far, but in the end, they didn't quite get there. Okay, so he's switching things up a little bit. It's fine. It's fairly standard. Kislev Warriors are not bad here, but they do die really quickly against like pinks and blues and all that sort of good stuff. Nurgle pollen. Yeah, Nurgle probably has some say on allergies, I would wager. Probably just going to be a cheap Blizzard caster, I would suspect. All right, good luck, have fun. We're loading in. Here we go, baby. It's going to be a fun battle. Tzeentch and Kislev here. Pretty close to getting some good off meta, though, today. That was fun. We almost got a little bit of that. All right, let me pause the timer. Should be all set. Anything T6 is hard to kill without a monster of your own. Well, the problem is dragon mounted characters annihilate pretty much all monsters in combat. You need like your own character. Yes. All right, so Chaos Sword of Tzeentch with Horseman and a Soul Grinder versus the sleds. So it is going to be heavy war sleds with a Patriarch, kind of old school. That sled build, though, is not as good as it once was. It's still top tier, but it's been nerfed. Since then, these sleds do not get passive healing anymore from the Patriarch. He used to have an item. He still has it, but it's been nerfed. It doesn't give like non-stop free healing. So only his Lullaby is going to be providing the heal. So it used to be way more busted. Way more busted. On the other note, I think Kislev is one of my favorite factions to watch. They're fun. Yeah, they're very fun. All right, some weird crash there. I'm just going to screenshot the builds. So let me make sure that's working. And there was a desync. Nice. All right, so we'll load back in. Let's do that. Yeah, screenshots for the screenshot god. And then we will load in here. So let me host game as spectator. All right, so let's do this. Yes. And all right. Yes. Same builds. Okay, so I'm going to double check their builds to see how this looks. We'll get him back in there, and the map is going to be, what the hell was the map for the finals? It was Glade of the Everqueen. All right. Usually you don't desync twice. See, I should have a timer. That would be really cool if they added a little timer to lobby. Something like that to like force a start. That would be really good, actually. Really, really good. Yeah. Yeah, it's a screenshot noise from Half-Life 1. It kind of is, yeah. Kind of is. All right, so I'm going to pull up the builds and make sure they're the same. And if one of the players tries to pull a switcheroo, pull a quick one here, they're gonna do it. Screened. Okay. Looking good. And now they just load in with the same builds. Yes, yes. So let's get the army blocker. It's not going to matter now. Oh, shit. I think just booted him out on accident, just clicking that stupid X button. Okay. So he'll be back in a second, no problem. And let me double check the build here. Yes, okay, he's back in. Perfect. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, so Kislev is doing it. The Tzeentch build looks, yeah, pretty much the exact same. I can get the builds real quick and screenshot, share with them. So let me do that just to be safe. Okay. So let's browse to the folder. Trying to get these friggin' Steam screenshots is super annoying. Okay. Let's drag that right there. Come on, buddy. There you go. And yep, looks like the Tzeentch build is ready. Roflin's build. I think he might need it. I don't know if it saved his build, so I'm going to send him his. Okay, so sending it here. We go ahead and crop this. Having to do some potato tech here. This is great. Then the secondary army reinforcing was what? That was the first army, and then this is the second army. Okay. I hate technology sometimes. I'm such a freaking potato, dude. I don't know what it is. Something about your 30s where it just kicks in. Okay. Okay. So sent Roflin his builds, and we're going to send Outer Region his builds to make sure it's all kosher there. And we got this, and that is that. The first one? Yeah, damn, I don't have his second half, I don't think. Okay, that's fine. All right, no desyncs, please. Let's get it. They both obviously know the other player's build, so there's no sense in needing to hide it right now, so I think we're okay. Okay. And there we are. The timer DLC, right after the chat DLC. Oh my god, imagine if we had a chat. That would be so nice. Oh my goodness, that'd be so nice. All right, guys, loading into the finals here. The grand sweatiest of finals, of all finals. It is going to be Kislev versus Tzeentch on the Glade of the Ever Queen. We got the Soul Grinder versus the Chariot Spam with some Kislevite Warriors. Kislevite Warriors, of course, do pretty well against most things that are big and or armored, but against chaff units, they trade very poorly. So a unit that was actually nerfed in this most recent update. So they did receive a little bit of a stat decrease to make them less oppressive for their cost, and here we are. So for Outer Regions forces, it's going to be Marauder Horsemen into the Sunset. Makes sense. They're like pretty much every Chaos faction is going to want to max out on Horsemen because Chaos has such little agency in the ranged play that without Marauder Horsemen, you're really at the mercy of your opponent. We've got a Soul Grinder of Tzeentch, going to be throwing his OP Javelins, and on top of that, we got the Chromatic Abominations with some Marauders, and the Chaos Torture Lord of Tzeentch is going to be rocking Blue Fire and Infernal Gateway with these sort of change to summon some Chaos Spawn. Looking at Kislev's forces, main battle line is going to be Kislevite Warriors, which I like. I like this choice. I think Kossars are good, but these guys are also quite solid. They'll hold their own, but you just don't want them fighting chaff units like Marauders. If they fight Chaos Marauders or Blues in combat, it's not great, but if they're fighting Warriors and Centaurs and other big targets that Tzeentch brings in, that is where you're going to be getting your bread. On top of that, we do have heavy war sleds. It's going to be 3 in total. With the Patriarch, he's just going to be using Salak's Lullaby to heal them, and it is going to be an Ice Witch of the Tempest. She's there with her bear buddy. Looks like, yeah, she's on the horse. And yeah, just Blizzard. It's really good. Just use it on Warriors or Zangors and or a Centaur Blob, whatever. Call it a day. It's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good. All right, so the battle is on. Who do you guys think is going to win? Are you rooting for the Changer or, old Urson over here? Fun to see Kislev every now and then, and Tzeentch, of course, as well. I wonder if it's really just the Soul Grinder that brought Tzeentch up to being a top tier faction, or if it's just like, maybe the way the meta shifted, they became better. I have no idea. Maybe some of their natural predators that usually hunt them are, off the radar right now. Who knows? Who knows? Nonetheless, objectives will open immediately, which I think is an excellent change. I really like that. It kind of makes skirmishing a little bit better. That was one thing I didn't love about domination mode, was how skirmishing was kind of irrelevant, You want to have a ton of skirmish play. But now, there's a phase in the game in the beginning for the first couple minutes where players fight over the objectives with, mobile cavalry. And I think that kind of brings us back to, having skirmishing be useful. You're seeing a lot of players do that, which is cool. Use fast cavalry to go play the objectives early on. So I'm just making sure they have no issues. They're taking a long time to set up. Geez, that is a hell of a long time. Yeah, Kislev is very, mouth breathy here. It's just going to be heavy war sleds, and Tzeentch is just going to be trying to cheese those heavy war sleds with the Soul Grinder. So Soul Grinder will probably get a lot of sled kills. It hits super damn hard. What I believe happens is it splits into 3 missiles at the very end, and then each of those missiles hits for full weapon strength. I think that is what's going on there. I don't know. Yeah, Soul Grinders did get buffed. Not all of them, but the Tzeentch one did pretty heavily. So objective 3 here is being taken by Horsemen. We see Outer Region moving up, and Roflin is going to do the same thing, surging forward with his heavy war sleds to grab the objectives. All right, I think we're back. I think we've done it. All right, that was I've never seen that bug. I got some OBS bug that was crazy, but you guys didn't miss too much. So let me know if we're back. It looks like we should be. Now we see a little bit of light horsemen skirmishing here on the side. 2 horsemen are going to be exchanging some fire here with the heavy war sleds. But of course, the heavy war sleds are able to outshoot them. They do have longer range, hitting at 130, and good armor as well. But the one thing the heavy war sleds are struggling with at this point is going to be the power from the Tzeentch Soul Grinder. That thing is doing some nasty, nasty work indeed. Now we do see Tzeentch getting a solid stranglehold on objective number 2 here. That is a hell of a lot of infantry. We have a lot of Marauders and more Horsemen, and a little bit of fire support in the backline via the Chromatic Abominations as well. Sleds are skirmishing, but man, Tzeentch has got a good stranglehold on the objectives, and on top of that, we do see the sleds being out-traded by the Soul Grinder. Now, here's the thing. The Soul Grinder of Tzeentch would have actually been good against these sleds pre-patch 2. Its anti-large attacks would be good, but now it's obviously good against the infantry too as well, right? So that's going to be the very, very scary thing here. So let me make sure we're back online. I'm just going to minimize for one more second and check. We're back? All right, looks like we did it. Yeah, we're back, baby. The Skaven, it was weird. I've never seen that bug before. But sleds just shooting downtown, ripping into the old Marauders with their regenerating shield. So that's ammo that's going to be sorely needed later on. For Roflin's core, he's got armored Kossars in the bushes, armored Kossars, Kislev, in its new natural habitat, which is the tree line. and calling it elite infantry too. Okay, so this is what's going on over here. Roflin is basically trying to get elite Kislev infantry in before he pushes. So he's calling out the Zargard with great weapons. Interesting. So they could really wreck this infantry corps of Tzeentch, although Tzeentch does have some nasty magic. And we all know how good Outer Region is at using his magic, right? Last game, I would say one of the game-winning plays against Charix was when he got that huge vortex in the beginning and killed 2 Skaven, high-quality skirmisher units. And if he's able to get the same quality magic on top of the Zargard, that could be very strong. Now, this is a nice play over here. We do see the split pushing coming in from the Marauder Horsemen of Tzeentch. They're going to be trading on the objectives using some lovely javelin fire into the Kislev warriors who don't like that. And the Soul Grinder is going to be keeping the sleds honest. One sled is nearly on death's bed. It's certainly not in good shape as the Sorcerer leads the charge. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Tzeentch forcing a triple cap against the very defensive Kislev army, which doesn't have the best anti-skirmishing tools, right? They have the heavy war sleds, which this is kind of like an all-in style of play, sort of like all in on that strategy. And, there's no Kossars with bows. There's no Kislevite horse archers. Not that they're super good anyways. Kislevite horse archers are a little bit lackluster, but there's not a lot of good counter skirmishing. And overall, Tzeentch is just kind of cackling and unloading its full ammo payload here onto the sleds. Although the sleds are still tanking it like champs, and we do see the Kislevites looking to emerge from the trees now. So there's going to be a big advance of mighty Slavic warriors as the Zargard with great weapons do emerge, with Kossars leading the frontal charge. They got their pistols out, and they all have great weapons too. And obviously the reason why they have that is against the Zangors. Now, as far as objective number 2 goes, we do see it being held by Outer Region. Kislev desperately trying to trade here. They're going to be sending a Zargard out. Zargard will probably be able to wrestle that objective, but will be vulnerable against getting vortexed. Patriarch at the back, just hiding, providing healing wherever he can. One Kislevite warrior basically on death's bed, while the horsemen going to continue maneuvering and really pressuring it. So Outer Region playing an extremely clean game here. But, Roflin is also holding his own. He's healing. He's doing a lot of damage back too with his sleds. Some of the horseman units are beat up. But remember, a ton of the damage Roflin has gotten so far has already been healed on the shields. Okay, a little bit of a charge here. Dervishes might be able to catch the horsemen. Nope, looks like the horsemen will be able to get away. So they are going to be fleeing the scene. As far as Collins for Tzeentch goes, we don't see too much off in the Shadow Realm here. While up on the objective, we do see the clash. So the Marauders going to be engaging versus the Kislevite warriors. And the Zargard are the ones who really need to get those good engagements. Like, wherever the Zargard go, it's going to be a massacre for the Tzeentch warriors for sure. Zargard are pretty good bullies. If they can avoid getting hit with magic and, various other witchcraft, they can do very well. But nice charge here. We do see the Zentagors moving in. So it is going to be, but Roflin with the counterplay. That's going to be a big blizzard if it goes down. Is it going? Okay, it looks like Tzeentch got partially away from it. Outer Region did react a little bit, but still is going to be taking a lot of damage. But you can see, man, Centaurs of Tzeentch hit super hard. Those Zargard getting smashed up pretty good, although the other Zargard already cleaning up against those units. Very, very nasty indeed. Now in the open field, Zargard here being kited a little bit by the Marauder Horsemen. Soul Grinder looks to also be throwing his javelins into those bad boys as well. And we see some heavy, heavy fighting over on Objective 3. But Roflin looks like he's going to be getting his clutches on this one. The kind of hordes of unbreakable infantry, very, very good here for Kislev. I mean, more or less unbreakable. They have like Walmart unbreakable, but I wouldn't even say Walmart. It's very, very good, right? And the Centaurs with great weapons trading well, though, but the hybrid shooting of Kislev, very good against these type of units. Heavy war sled's going to move in. That's going to be a lot of capture weight and a lot of stopping power as the Centaurs of Outer Region forcefully push through the front line. So they push in. They start chasing down the heavy war sleds, but alas, they are going to be caught up by the reinforcements, and the Griffin Legion arrives. So the mighty elite cavalry, ever since Winged Lancers got nerfed, you've been seeing people use Griffin Legion, and rightfully so. They are an amazing unit. They have the double charge bonus. It's as if you got flanked when they charge you. It's really, really nasty. So now the Soul Grinder's out of ammo. It's done pretty well, I guess. No, only 600. What? Only 600 value on that Soul Grinder. I guess it was not connecting very well, so that could be a big problem. And now the heavy war sleds are absolutely rampaging through these battle lines, causing huge havoc, and Tzeentch doesn't really seem to have a lot to deal with them. Roflin doing an excellent job of maneuvering them in such a way that it's hard to pin them down with screamers as well as the mobility. And here we get some Zangors being called in. But does Tzeentch have the tools to deal with his heavy war sled? I don't know if they do. It is going to be a tricky pickle indeed. But yeah, that Soul Grinder not paying for itself so far. A couple Zargard move up, but they get picked apart, so that's pretty painful for old Roflin, but not the end of the world. Despite Roflin losing this fight here, he's doing extremely well on this side. Those heavy war sleds did not take that much damage from the Soul Grinder, actually. The Centaurs haven't been able to catch him, and there's going to be a fat blizzard going down from Roflin as well on the Chromatic Abominations. Oh, and it's going to get the Zangors as well. Once again, Outer Region getting caught in a brutal, brutal torrent of magic. As Tzeentch is being shown that other factions have a little bit of Harry Potter shit going on as well. So on the point, Roflin's Chariot Blob, very, very solid. We see the value is 6.1 against 6.7. There is a pretty considerable points advantage for Tzeentch, which means they do have time to try and scrap back here. We got Centaurs of Tzeentch duking it out with Griffin Legion. In a straight-up fight, Griffin Legion probably wins, but with support, the Centaurs can do quite well. But overall, this is going to be a winning fight here, although we do see the Tzeentch army ability coming down, so the Changer is going to be calling some support down, and it's only going to be the single target ability, but still does some okay damage. And now the Griffin Legion are being harried and pursued while the big sled blob is on its way over. Screamers coming in to try and counter the heavy war sleds. And in a vacuum they do good, but the mobility of the heavy war sleds is certainly very, very trying. Centaur's low leadership is still in heavy pursuit here, 2100 on these bad boys. Man, Griffin Legion losing HP rapidly against those pursuing Centaurs. And yes, Roflin looks like he's going for the kill here. He's going for the throat, which there's two sides to that coin, right? If Roflin is able to get back here and just wreck this back objective and win this fight, he probably wins the game, but he also is overextending into outer region summon zone. So outer region is going to be able to call in easier reinforcements, but we'll see how that all unfurls. On the back objective, we do see a bit of a haggard ninja cap here. Outer region is very good at playing objectives. Marauder's going to be ninjaing that one. Looks like some Zargard are waddling over there to try and deal with it. Meanwhile, Tzeentch has a very good stranglehold on this point. Soul Grinder going to be heading back over here to try and help out. And another Blizzard does get dropped once again on the advancing Zangors. And how are the sleds hanging in there? 8,000 value for outer region against 8.8, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, those guys are going fisticuffs. They're standing in there, and they're banging nice and good. Heavy war sleds just rallying around the battlefield, crushing everything in their path, getting support from the Griffin Legion as well. So the Griffin Legion, that impact damage on Zangors and Marauders, talk about cost-effective for sure. And now, is outer region going to hold this point? He's got, no, he doesn't. Looks like it was taken by Kislev, and he's going to be making a play to try and ninja this point. But Roflin is definitely in control of this game. He's the one who's got a pretty sizable advantage, I would say. We do see a small capture weight bonus going here to Tzeentch, as they're going to be trying to scrap and win on points. Roflin has, like, basically this giant mega Death Star, right? Which is so incredibly hard to lock down. But, yeah, I mean, it's not as mobile as, like, a Horseman blob, but Kislev is a rapid response faction. That's the thing. They're kind of good at everything. So Kislev is able to get some troopers in here. We'll be able to bash those Marauders very easily, and the Horsemen are going to be pushed off the point here. They're going to be forced to flee, and I can see outer region tapping out as the value's looking really bad. 10.1 for Roflin, and outer region here is he's potentially on death's bed. We'll have to see. So we do have the Shrieking Sky Rays chilling right there. Also the Chaos Spawn, that is the summon, and they're not bad. You know, they hit hard enough to do a little bit of damage against these heavy war sleds. Is there any way that Roflin could throw this game? I don't think so at this point. He's got, like, excess units here that, like, he's not even needing to use against Tzeentch, and Tzeentch is probably going to slowly lose this blob fight. One of the main reasons the blob fight is actually going well for Tzeentch is because of a spawn summon. The spawn summon only has, you know, a minute left on it, and after that thing's gone, it's going to be tough. Maybe some heavy Centaur play if a couple Centaurs could rally in and get some good picks, and maybe, like, if you're able to snipe the Ice Witch, we'll have to see. Yeah, it's still a very, very, fierce battle here. We do see outer region pulling the value back against Roflin pretty heavily. As the heavy war sleds do get dragged down, is there going to be an opportunity for a Tzeentch comeback? The Griffin Legions, man, absolute raid bosses. I know I've said that like 10 times, but 1,200, I think they cost 1,250, but yeah, they're worth every penny. Honestly, probably just straight up better than Chaos Knights. The fact that they have the double charge, let me show you the Buyer Blood thing. We'll show you later. Yeah, Glorious Charge. But we'll look at that one a little bit later on. So back objective coming back into the clutches of the Changer of Ways, slowly but surely. Centaur's getting a very cost-effective engagement here, and Roflin better be careful not to greed here, because outer region is super sweaty and super good micro. If anybody can find a way back, it'd be him. A really nice vortex on that Griffin Legion. And the problem for the Griffin Legion now is they're probably going to get hunted down by these Centaurs of Tzeentch. We'll have to see. Objective still hasn't flipped back, though. Roflin is getting a lot of points. He's probably going to want to just hold long enough to get to the opportunity for winning on a single point, which he's getting very, very close to doing. So Centaur's here, taking these Kosovoid dervishes to the club. Griffin Legion going to be running away, and yeah, Tzeentch still doesn't have the capture weight on this. Sleds are getting worn down. Patriarch is also in a little bit of trouble. Horsemen move forward. Really, really good game so far, by the way. Great micro, great play from both players. It's been incredibly clean. On the backfield, we got Screamers coming in to try and chase down the Griffin Legion. Centaurs of Tzeentch are hot on their tail. It is probably going to become a triple cap situation. You can see the points for outer region are not quite close to 1,000 yet. I think Roflin will reach 1,250 before outer region reaches 1,000, which means outer is going to have to triple cap him, which I can see outer maybe mustering a double cap back, but a triple cap back against Kislev is really difficult. Kislev, and you can see Roflin's already planning. He's moving a bunch of Kislevite warriors over to the objective, so they're going to be sitting on objective 2 here, as these warriors also surge forward to reinforce the other points. And he still hasn't even gotten this back. Even though he's value trading well, like, he's closed the value gap. Outer region was down by like 2,000. and he brought it back. But I think that was part of Roflin's plan, was to just stuff him back here and keep him from getting up to the objectives. And good luck getting these like super durable, I mean not durable per se, but high melee defense, unbreakable units off the point, right? That is not going to be easy. So it looks like Roflin is going to be winning his first tournament of the season. I think he's got this one in the bag, and Kislev has defeated Tzeentch most likely. Tzeentch did win yesterday's tournament, so Tzeentch has been winning tournaments for sure, but this one is probably going to be going the other way. Oh god. Oh. Jesus. Oh man, I don't know what triggered my allergies, but man, oh man, I'm getting it pretty good today. Sorry about that, guys. That was a powerful dad sneeze. So looking at the point, 1328, outer region still fighting tooth and nail. He is going to be playing the side point here. He's got a couple Zangors heading up. Zangors probably will defeat these armored Kossars, but it's going to take 15 years for him to get this objective. Like, it is going to take freaking forever. And he still failed to get his home objective back. I'm so sorry about that death, Steves, guys. It was unavoidable there, but yeah, we see 1,400 points. There's zero chance. Outer region, you know, fighting to the bitter end, a true champ, but Roflin has done very well today. His chariot play was extremely clean. It looked bad for him in the beginning, honestly, but when he got those Zargard out and was able to get that big Alpha Strike push and microing his sleds like through the formations like so, it was enough to get the job done. So GG, well played. That is likely going to be it, guys. That was quite a game. Old Man sees 10 out of 10. It truly is. It truly is. Yeah. Grandfather's blessings. Indeed. Yep, don't think there's much more that they're going to be able to do here. And that is going to be a victory for Kislev, for Urson. All right. That was fun. For the motherland there, indeed. So, folks, that's going to be wrapping it up for today. It was really fun. We got to try out Chowie. We saw some cool matches, some Skaven highlights, which is very fun. I think the meta is pretty close to being decent with a couple nerfs here and there. I think Kislev needs a little bit more of a slap on the wrist. I think Tzeentch grinders need to be nerfed. Empire needs to get a little bit, and then we're in a pretty good spot. We're close. I feel like we're always like that in Total War, but, you know, we're going to hope for the best. All right, guys. GG, well played. Looking at the value here. Grinder held the 1,200 value there. It's strange. The one situation where it's like actually attacking large things. Sleds did good. 1,700, only 600 there, but that Blizzard, the Blizzard play was clutch from Roflin. 2,200 on that character. Really, really nice. And yeah, Griffin Legions are always awesome, man. Good stuff. GG, well played. On that note, just want to thank you guys all for joining. It was a really fun tournament. Was I muted for a long time? I was just saying thank you guys all. Appreciate it. I don't know when the mic muted, but yeah. GG, guys. Appreciate you all. See you around. Take care of yourselves. Adios, do widzenia. And that is going to be it for today.